when you move
Well,
outside of the circle that you've been running your 304 isms in.
do you believe in redemption?
Yeah,
Oh,
I do.
Wow.
I do.
Can I say
Turn
something,
three or
Miss Car-
four
Can
so
I
into a
say something, Miss
housewife.
if you
Karma?
believe in redemption, how is she that?
How is she what?
What the 304?
The 304?
Mm,
But okay, so
I'm
mm.
listening.
if I don't believe in redemption, how are these pastors in the pulpit?
Well, no, I asked you. We
Mm.
talking about something in particular. We can touch on them later. I asked you a question.
No, I'm literally saying you asked me did I believe in redemption, and I said yes.
Yeah.
And
So
my
if you
analogy
said she
back
that,
to you is how is all these first ladies,
if
these
you answer
deaconess,
my question, see,
mistress,
you answering the question with a
pastors,
question. I'm gonna
deacons
give you your
sitting in
answer
the
after you answer.
pulpit?
Okay, you didn't answer my
It's
question.
like watching a heavyweight. It's like watching a heavyweight fight.
Like I really believe in redemption, and I'm trying to. I literally want
Can
to
you
believe in
turn?
redemption, and it is what it is.
Can
Can
I
you
say
turn a
something to
304 into a
Miss
housewife?
Karma?
Uh
Huh?
oh.
Wait, I had two questions. Who want to go first?
Okay, I'll tell you. So I just give you like a little short story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Great aunt, right? She embodied everything that you said, that experience where she was like turned out from our neck of the woods, and she found her husband up north. Long story short,
Okay.
she brought the husband that was up north back to where we reside at,
Yeah.
and they moved, bought a house and everything. Once he started getting acclimated to the community, he found out about her promiscuous ways, and guess what he started doing? Treating her like crap, cheating
Right.
on her, because he felt like he didn't have a prize anymore. Eventually they got divorced because he couldn't fathom that, like, she was so ran through like that.
Now his discernment failed him. That's real
I
simple.
get that.
No, no,
I
it
get
was
that.
like she said, he was from a different state. He
Right.
didn't know, and they moved back to the hometown, and he started hanging around people, and they're like, "Man, you wiped that?
You always know, but we can
Oh, you
Can
don't
you
know.
turn a
How do you
304 into a
know?
housewife?
How do
Yeah,
you
but
know? If
okay.
if what
So
she's saying that you go to another state, how do you know?
right, but Stack, you keep saying you can't turn a
discern.
304 into a house.
It's your question. I ain't. I just said, can you?
Apparently, you can because there's women there. I'm gonna tell you right now. There's plenty of women that'll tell you I slept with two dudes, five dudes, and they done been ran through. It's who keep their mouth shut. That's what it turns
Uh
down to.
oh. Uh oh. Uh oh.
All
I'm gonna
right.
tell
Now
you
Uh
what
check
it
oh.
this
turns
out.
Uh
down to.
oh.
Did,
Who
That don't.
keeps
That
their
don't.
mouth shut?
Uh
That
oh. Uh
don't.
oh. That
nah, I
don't
don't
matter.
believe. You know what I believe? Check this out.
That
Here's
don't
an
matter who
experience.
keep their mouth shut. That don't. That
No,
don't.
I
I'm
met
gonna
this
side with
brother.
her because y'all like women that's bisexual, both of
Y'all not
y'all.
dealing. See, y'all not dealing with men. I
Yeah,
have no experience with
both of
men.
y'all like it. I called y'all out. Yeah, I
Go
know.
ahead. What you
What?
talking
Yeah,
about?
Both of them?
let's talk about it. Yeah, call
Come
both of
on.
y'all out. Let's go.
Come on. So I ain't
I
hear
just
you.
said what I said. I said it.
What you
You
talking
can drop me, host.
about? No, you
I
not.
Um,
said
who you
both of
said
y'all,
likes
you
that?
and
Who you
Stats,
claiming?
both like women that's bisexual. Said
You
it.
said what?
I ain't saying it no
Who
more.
told you that? Who
No,
told you that?
everybody talking. I'm trying to make
Host,
sure
I'm
I hear
gonna
you
go ahead
clearly.
and drop. If you
Yeah,
want to
who
let
told you that?
somebody else up, host, if you want to let somebody else up, go
Yeah.
ahead and drop. But I thank you for having me up. Thank you for
Yeah,
allowing
I
me
need you
up.
back tomorrow, Lady London. You gonna like this one.
Hey, Lady London, have a
Sounds
good one.
good. Y'all
Huh?
listen. Y'all have a blessed night. Y'all be blessed, and I will see y'all later on.
You too,
Okay.
Queen.
Bye bye.
Who told you
See.
that, porcelain, that we like bisexual women? Who told you that?
Wait, porcelain. Let's circle back to this. What are you talking about? I'm done.
Man, I
Now let her
and
talk.
Wait. Can everybody
Stats,
be quiet? I need her to
Stats,
repeat
I'll
what she
DM
said.
you. I'm a DM you and the host. I'm not even gonna put it out like that, but just
We
y'all
If
not
think you
we,
keeping it
should.
real.
we could talk about it. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not talking about
I
it.
never remember having that conversation on this panel though, so I don't know how you would come up with
Oh,
that.
okay, okay, Stats. I'll do a
That's
little
why we can
message because
have.
I'm not gonna out the people, but trust me, Stats. When I tell you, I know what you've been doing last summer, Stats. Don't trust
Oh
me.
my
Go on to
god.
TikTok.
So
Let's
I'm
just
gonna.
we're
Queen
gonna
I'm gonna
leave
said,
that
say.
alone.
To
"Shots
he
fired across
Stats,
the bow."
Stats.
he
Listen
so
to me, Stats.
Uh,
I know what you've been doing. I know what's up, Stats.
Is that why
But I'm not
lady?
gonna
Is
put
that
it.
why
I'm not
lady?
gonna put
Is
it.
that why
trouble.
lady? Is that why Lady London ran? Oh my
Wow.
God.
So you
I'm
think
gonna
these
tell you
people
this
are
Damn.
about
talking on
what
this
we're
app
talking
and
about.
they talking, so we
Porcelain,
gonna
I
leave
am
this
from the
alone.
Old Testament, sister. So
Uh, I bet
So,
you.
but hold on. One time, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I met this woman, right? And she
Oh
was.
God, here we
Hold
go.
on, hold on.
Here we
Now, that's a
go.
totally different story. But listen,
Yeah.
porcelain,
this
I
how I
am
kind
from the
of
Old
think
Testament.
that.
I'm
So this woman was damaged. She was damaged from like abuse when she was grown up by some dude that abused her, right? And I was like, damn. So I felt like, damn, like I don't think I could go down this lane with this woman because she was saying some weird stuff that if it's not a certain way sexually, like she has to be getting like almost beat up. And I was like, where'd you get that from? Like how she said, and if it doesn't happen like that, I am not gonna get a thrill. And I was like, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do what you're asking me to do. And it was like over at that point because she said she's conditioned like that and she can't feel anything else unless it's coming through like abuse or pain. And just because she was abused that way as a kid growing up in Jamaica with all whatever. And I was like, damn. I was like, I don't think I could do that. So in that way, a lot of women are damaged out of 304s because of a lifestyle. They have become numb to certain things. They can't be regular. It's like, and it's weird. I swear to God, I dated a couple of, strippers before too. And it was the same concept, man. It was, they could not see themselves not putting the price on what they had. They try to do regular. They try to be regular and do date normally. But if they gave up their stuff, in the back of their mind, they was always looking for compensation, man. And I was like, wow, they damaged. And they tried. Beautiful women that was in the strip club that you would be like, damn, why is she in the strip club? She probably could get any man she want. And so that's just, I see my boy looking at the sky.
But
I'm
you're
up there cooking.
but no, but what you're saying is that you wife a 304, no?
I didn't wife nothing. I never said that. Who said
You
that?
just said you was with some. You just said I dated beautiful
I
women.
dated. Dated is not wifed. What are you talking about, yo?
most people wife for 304. Wow. Why so many people quiet? Don't all talk at once.
I'm just so
No, like,
confused because
like,
y'all just said
like
it
you
don't happen. So
literally,
I'm so
you,
confused.
you
I'm not
literally
playing with you tonight.
stack,
It's getting late and he done had a Red
stack,
Bull, so he playing. I'm not
Yes.
dealing with him tonight. I'm not doing this.
stack.
I'm not doing it. He done
What?
hit
Some
the
women
Red Bull is
can't go
starting to
You
kick
back
talking
in
in.
about
that
you
I'm
from the
trying to
Old
lifestyle.
make a
Testament.
point
You
about it
talking
being
you from the Old
Stack, you
Testament.
literally just said you was
Right.
you were
He
with
trolling you.
somebody, so you literally
no.
had her on your arm.
No, no. What are you, now you adding words to my, what? Hold
How?
on a sec.
You
Hold
literally,
on.
I was with this,
Hold
I was
on.
with that. Like,
Hold on.
Man.
All right.
all
So,
right,
Who said
I'm
he
gonna sit
with
It
down.
the
I'm
was
gonna sit
Old
down.
like to
Testament?
me,
So that means he
I didn't
has
there
hear
was
that.
multiple
some,
wives. He's
Mom,
with
I
I think I
he's
heard
seen,
with
that.
polygamy.
I've dated some beautiful strippers. That's what I said. Dated.
That's what I
I didn't
said.
So
say
You
what is
had
wife
it
dating?
on
them.
your
So
arm.
you only
I didn't
saw
say
them in the
wife
strip
them.
club? So
No,
so
You
I
know
you
what
never,
date
I'm saying?
Stack, I
We
never
could have
said
went out a
wife.
couple times. That's
I
what I
never said
said.
wife. I said you had
So
them on
I
your
Stacks, you're
never
arm.
not
wifed
currently
them.
trying to
I never
entertain
walked on the
polygyny.
street with them holding hands. I never did none of that. We
You're
talking
not
about?
trying to
You,
entertain
you
polygyny right
literally
now.
just said, never mind. I'm
You're
done.
not
I
trying to
said you had them
entertain
on your
polygyny,
arm. That's all I
Stacks.
said.
All right, however you want to put it. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
was dating them. Yeah.
I just said you had them on your arm. That's all I said. I never said you wiped them. I never said
You
you.
Somebody said I wifed them. Somebody
no,
Hey,
said
no,
it. I
No,
heard
I
it.
didn't. I did
I'm
not say that.
sorry.
hey,
I
I
say
said
said
you had
that.
stat.
them
I
on your
did.
arm.
I
Hey,
did. I
stat.
said it.
This is what I was saying, man. This is why I was saying that a lot of men, they still in, like you just said. I know that you got the terminology, but a lot of women see a lot of men with these guys, with these type of women,
And
where they
that's only for
accepting.
physical purposes,
I
man. You have to
understand, but
understand that.
I feel you. I understand, but that's the whole point we was making. The panel was making it seem like these women are exiled, that we don't talk to them. You don't talk to them type women.
I
But
don't
that's
think
what
we
I
were
was saying.
saying that.
Yes,
No,
y'all was.
that's what I was
Yes,
saying.
y'all
That's
was.
why I was coming back and saying, yo, that regardless of what you're saying, that even though dudes are saying they're not
Hold up.
doing this, they're actually doing
But
that.
Lake, I shared with the panel that I had a Jezebel situation, so I know I'm not saying.
I got you,
Remember,
bro.
your host. Remember I said that. Remember I exposed myself.
Players fuck up. Players fuck
Yeah,
up.
bro. I said I had a Jezebel. She had me wrapped in a spell, bro.
Had your ass
Can
in the
I ask?
Y'all,
Can I
y'all,
ask
chokehold.
the?
listen,
Can I ask the host something?
He
When
was
you
in a
say
whole
you from
chokehold,
the
Shaq.
you say you from the Old Testament, could you explain that to us that
No,
we
I
don't know
can't
what the Old
explain
Testament?
that. We
You
gotta if
can't explain that.
we gotta have a we gotta see. We can't
That'll take
really
a
boy,
whole nother panel.
no. We can't really talk.
boy,
We gotta. We can't really talk freely. I try. I would love to talk about certain things, but
Oh, okay.
What do you
sometimes
mean you
they'll
can't
give
talk
us.
freely?
We need to put
We
this
just
on his
I just
room.
need I just need to
So
know. You said you
behind the
from the
Not
Old
a
scenes,
Testament.
Zoom.
like she
Not a
know, you
Zoom.
talk. So you talk about politics, right? Behind the scenes, you can catch a lot of flack from that just from the
Okay,
platform
host.
itself. So we'll have to be cold talking, and I won't be able to get it across. I like what you
Right.
said. I can't. I mean, I can try to
I know,
talk in front
I
of
know who
you.
you
Look,
are.
I got an open
I know who
Zoom.
you
I
are.
can
Just
try
know
to
I
talk
know
in
who
Do
you
front
we
of
are.
you.
need
If
to
you
go
want me
there?
to.
I know who
I'm
you are.
just the
I know
lady
who you are.
left. It was a young lady here. Uh, it was what's her name?
Don't do that.
Now
Don't
listen,
do that.
what's no, because I like her. What's her name? Miss Pick Me, right?
yeah,
She
Oh
was
yeah.
brought up the
He cool.
Bible, and I think uh, somebody else had brought it up, and I had wanted to really
Miss
speak to
B,
her about
B, the
speak to
girl
her
B,
about the
yeah.
old, huh?
Miss B brought up the Old Testament. You brought up Miss Pittman brought up the Old Testament, and you were saying you wanted to get into it, but you couldn't get into
Right. So
Yeah,
it was
because
a
there's a
reason
difference
why
between
I,
the Jezebel and the Psalms 31 woman.
huh? Who said what?
She asked you, did you know the difference between the Jezebel and the
No,
Psalms
I was
31?
trying
I
to.
mean,
I
Proverbs
was
31.
Proverbs
Proverbs
31.
No, I
That's
said
31.
that's what she was talking about.
No, I was. We was talking about something else, but I was trying to speak to the point, and it's the same thing. What you talking about? If you understand the Old Testament, you'll understand me. That's it. It will
The Old
explain to
Testament
you
was
every.
dangerous.
Uh oh.
The Old Testament was dangerous. You got
It
women
was
running
dangerous.
talking
That
about, I
I
want
mean,
my
the Old
Boaz.
Testament, boy, woof,
We
They
can't.
literally,
Jesus.
you got women running around here talking about, I want my Boaz. Do you really know what a
Hey,
Boaz is?
Now, see you.
Read the
You know.
story. Read the story.
Boy, it's the
You
laugh for
you know
me.
the Old Testament. A lot of people don't know the Old Testament. They just talk against it.
I ain't talking
Yeah,
again.
yeah. I mean, you got to know it. If you got to understand why the Old Testament was why it was for God to bring in the new law, the New Testament. So you got to, if you understand the New Testament, you should understand the Old.
Most people,
Mhm.
we gotta see. That's why we gotta leave it alone, because you know.
It was no, the Old Testament is just raw. If you try not to be raw on this panel, that's what you try not to do.
Moses brought the
so
Old Testament
are you
with
currently living your best life in the Old Testament at this moment, right
Listen,
now? Like,
listen we
So he.
we in the Old Testament. I know that probably go over a lot of people's head.
Mm-mm.
Old Testament was
No, no,
law, the
no, no,
New
no.
Testament was grace and mercy.
The
yeah,
reason why he's
I'm
saying
sensing
the
about four
reason why
different
he's
bedrooms in there, and everybody got their own suite. That's what I feel.
no the
They got
reason
a
no
doorbell when
hold
they
on.
ring for their
Okay,
turn.
let's hold on. Let's keep it whole up, and let's keep professional. Reason why he's saying that is because when people are saying one thing and doing another, you know what I'm saying. Most women and most men have more than one partner, have more than one person that they're seeing. Everybody talks against poly, but poly is going on right before our eyes. So everything that he's saying and everything that he's talking about,
And he just
he's
talk. He
basically
ain't even scratching the surface, so it's over. We
so
can't even go
basically, what
past
he's
that.
saying is, even though we're saying what's supposed to go on in the black and white, he's saying he's living in his life, what really goes on, not in the black and white. He's saying what really goes on, and what really goes on is that girls are hot from bed to bed, just like men are hot from bed to
So
bed.
basically, we rolling through Sodom and Gomorrah right now.
No, listen. Oh,
Not yeah,
let's.
yeah, you got that too, depending on who you are.
You
I'm
using
just
these
saying.
words you can't use. We got to be careful. We can't
Yeah, you
even
can't
say
say that.
Oh,
You
I'm
can't say
sorry.
me.
I'm
We
anything.
got to
sorry.
pay. We got to say. We can't even say we. We got to.
Whoa,
But
dang.
listen. Let's try to see if you guys will. Let's make it a little easier. It might get a little deep, but
Follow the bouncing ball,
I
bro.
want to
Let's
put
go.
y'all in the trick bag. Hold on, we gotta wait till she come back because I want to make sure she don't miss. Okay, okay, hold on. Let me make sure. All
I'm
right,
here.
go ahead, brother. Who want to speak before I ask
No,
this
no, no,
next
no. Go
question?
ahead. I want to hear what you got to say. Go ahead.
Do anybody? Okay. Do anybody on this panel know what essence mean?
No, I don't.
I,
You
I
talk about the
pre-
definition?
yes, ma'am.
Is it like a code word? Like
Mm-mm.
No. I'm talking about the real essence. Do anybody on
Mm-mm.
this panel?
Go ahead.
I'm asking, do anybody on this panel know what essence means? You got to try to follow me. I don't want it to go over your head. So be
Yeah,
careful.
yeah, I got you. I'm listening. I'm
Mm-mm. Follow the
following you.
bouncer ball, bro. Let's go.
Okay. Do anybody on the panel know what essence means?
What it,
Mm,
Okay.
um, it's like the
Everybody
epitome of
quiet. Hold on. Stack, don't speak because I don't
mm-mm.
want
Don't
you to
speak,
influence
Stack.
nobody.
Let it
I just
go.
want to hear people. I just want to hear who all know it. Then I want to hear them out. While we talking about the Old Testament, don't let this go over your head. Do anybody on the panel know what essence means?
What? Not and not to the point of where you're going with it. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no
Okay, go ahead.
for the sake of I'm gonna
I
say
want the
no.
ladies to speak.
I have a generalistic idea, but I'm not sure. How about that?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I mean, just like a essence is
the
like a
essence is the
nature. It's like the
beginning.
essence is like a nature, the begin where it starts.
The
I'm just
beginning.
To me,
The
it's the
start.
aura. It's your like your essence is your effervescence. It's like what you bring to the table. Your physical.
Well,
It's
Is that
the
it's a
your
way I'm
fire
hearing
or
it,
not?
spiritualistic. To me, it's a spiritualistic thing
Yeah.
that it's undefined.
Is
So
that
I don't know if
so
I'm
you
right.
defining it, but then you said it's undefined. So what you
Right.
gonna do?
That's what I'm
well,
saying.
it's
I don't know if
so
I'm correct. I was
so.
told what it was, so I don't know if
I'm
I'm
agreeing
correct.
with Porcelain. Hey, Porcelain, you think it's what he's saying is what you're designed to do? You think that's just like what are you designed to do? No matter what you try to go away from, you're never gonna
that's what
go
I
away
said.
from
Yeah, I
what
said
God
nature. Yeah,
designed. Yeah. So I'm agreeing with her. No matter what you say, I'm gonna try to walk this line, but I'm designed to do this, and I'm gonna always be a slave, or I'm gonna be some type of. I'm gonna always go back to my nature.
Oh, we lost. Okay, we don't. I don't want to lose nobody. Wow.
No, it's your
What
essence.
happened, brother? I don't want to lose you.
Ooh,
You
where's that
left.
go?
He got. I don't want to lose him. Okay, we
Did
got
he
to talk.
follow?
We just gonna let y'all talk till he come back because I don't want
No,
to
I'm
miss him.
saying though, but that's what I'm getting based on what Portland said. She kind of broke it down for me to kind of understand too. It's kind of like whatever your nature is probably as a man, it's hard to get away from that. And no matter that's kind of like why we got the seven deadly sins. No one's oblivious to those sins. You at least got one. You might have more than
I
one,
so love
but
this
you got one.
conversation.
So it's kind of like you're saying,
I got you, brother.
piggyback off of what Portland
I
saying.
got
It's kind of like what she's saying though. It's like your like she said your nature. Like I'm
that's
thinking.
Tiny should have said it. I think the last time we said that was Tiny should have said that.
It
The
sound like
nature.
y'all don't know.
Well, I said well, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah,
No,
You
you
right.
not. No, you not. We having a conversation.
But I'm trying to
I don't know.
speculate what I think it might be. But you're right. I'm saying at first I didn't. You know what I'm saying? That's hard for me because I usually have a good idea of what you're saying.
Thank you,
But
brother. See, I appreciate that, but I want to make sure. See, I don't want to. It's people. I want to know. I want to give them a chance to answer.
I think
The
it's
essence
your.
is
I
the
think it's your
beginning.
true
Hold on,
essence.
Stack. We gonna let.
I
Go
think
ahead.
it's your true essence of God, your spiritual being.
What did
That's what
that
I
mean?
think your essence is.
What that mean?
Like it's your true being, like with your faith, like
your
your faith
core,
is
your
built on.
nature,
It's your
like
core.
where
See
you
how
begin.
unclear that is? I can't make
It
sense
is.
of
It's
it.
very unclear, but like that's what I believe it is. That's my thoughts,
So you don't know.
and I said that.
Right. Okay. Come on,
I said
Stack.
this is what I believe it is.
Essence is the truth. It's the beginning. It's the essence, man. It's like the beginning, and it's true in nature to who you are. Everybody don't reach the essence or even will understand it, but that's my understanding of
I gotta hear
essence.
him, man. I gotta hear what he got to say though.
No, come
But
on.
should it be unchanging and internal?
Porcelain. I need porcelain. Come on, porcelain. And Miss Steele, MC Steele, come on, brother. I ain't heard you in a minute. You have a lot of patience. I want to grant you this grace. Come on, speak,
I'm
brother.
just I'm just listening, man, just soaking it all up. I'm talking to my mom at the same time cooking some fish. So
Oh,
I'm
ask
coming
your
in.
mom. Can you ask your mom what she think it means?
Oh,
Just Listen, brother, your mom there. We need an elder. Ask your mama what do she think essence means.
Wait,
She may,
you gotta run it back for her. Hold on, let me put,
no,
hold on.
just ask her yourself. Say, mom, what you think essence means?
From the Old Testament.
Stop. Stop.
Hold on. Ask her, host. She right here.
What? Oh Lord.
Yo,
Hey, hey, mama, how you doing? We was just having a.
Hey.
All right. I was just wanted to ask you. We was having a panel, and we wanted to ask you, what does essence mean?
Said what is what?
Essence. What you think essence mean? Can you give us a little insight on what you think essence mean?
Essence.
Essence?
Yeah,
Like
essence, period. What, a woman's essence?
like a woman's essence?
No, just the essence of the universe. What does it mean? Essence.
Oh, the essence of the universe. Oh.
Ooh, you gotta help me with that one. The first thing came to my mind was essence of a woman. You know, I don't
She don't be really jumping on panels.
yo,
know.
Hey, host, you gonna have to stop, man, and come on, break this down. You got
No,
everybody.
I want to see. You got it. I
what you
want.
on,
I don't
Super?
want. Oh, hey, young fella, how you doing, brother?
Tell them you wanna jump in.
Can't call it, brother.
Hold on, Maddie. Let me.
Wait. They finna ask somebody else.
You gotta be pushing.
Yes, he got me on the edge of my seat. I don't even know what he talking about.
Talking about the principle of things?
Mm-mm.
Oh, we lost. He lost again. Hold on, my brother jumped out of.
The
I don't
stack
want.
is going.
You looking for
Stack
Stack?
going research it. Stack is going research what you saying, brother.
I'm gonna need Stack to get his internet to be stable.
It's not his internet. He is going trying to research what the host
Can
is
y'all hear
saying,
me?
and
Oh,
he's
now
trying
y'all
to
can hear
come
me.
back with an
I'm
answer
gonna need
because
him
the
to
host got
stop
it from
looking
script.
up Chat
I just put
GBT.
it.
Hey,
I just put
Super.
it in the chat. I
You're
just
not
put the
gonna get it from
definition.
ChatGPT. Come
I
on,
just put
man.
the definition in the chat.
Are you?
What does it
What are
say?
you asking?
I'm asking people
Intrusive
what.
nature or indispensable quality of something, especially
It's
something
just something
abstract that
that
Right,
determines
determines its
his character.
character.
right.
Oh,
You can't make sense out of that. See, I don't play with
yeah,
ChatGPT. I'm the
no,
truth. Come on, Maddie. I want to
Yeah,
ask
you
the
can
What are you?
make
people what
sense
their
out of that.
definition of essence is.
I ain't
Man,
following
only
that.
definition of essence I know is like the principle of things.
I just feel it's like your core, your essence, your
Your
spirituality.
nature, like where it began from. I don't know.
I don't know. That's why I said
You,
I
I don't
don't
know
know.
that.
You know what?
this
Essence is
is
like it's like animals. They have like a natural
A
essence with
nature
the earth.
instinct. Yeah,
Nature,
like there.
natural.
Yeah.
It's the fundamental principles of life. You can't go
Right.
against life. 1 + 1 = 2. That's the essence of life. So as above, so below. So are you
Right.
doing
Come on, bro.
are you doing hermeticism principles?
Yeah,
Is
come
that
on,
this
what you're
bro.
doing?
this is
Is it
Christ.
hermetic? Is it hermetic?
Right.
Now, if you listen, if everybody listen to the panel of what people saying, how y'all feel? Do you feel
Bro,
clear
if you
clarity
don't
coming
That
from
we
their
waiting
explain,
for you to explain.
I ain't
if
got that
you
much.
don't
I'm
explain,
about to,
Think
but
about this
I'm
thing.
not trying to let it go over people's head. But I was waiting on Stack to come back.
we is not waiting on him. Let's go.
I want to because he the one bought it. He the one came with it when he. Man, boy, hold on, brother.
Look, Stack my dog. Let's go.
Okay,
So host, are you trying to say you live your life like a lion?
no,
Like
no.
no, I'm just saying, are you living your life like a lion where they don't distinguish like exclusivity to one lioness?
Excuse
Are you
me,
living like the
Oh,
principalities of like jungle? Like if King Kong decides it's time to mate with
Matt. Don't go there, sis. Excuse
you
me.
want to come up? You want to come up? Hold on.
Who
Hold on.
coming
oh
up
my
now?
God.
Oh
You trying
Lord.
to validate this poly stuff, bro.
Oh, what? I ain't what?
I already
Hey,
know where you about to go.
I'm not. We can't go to certain places. I just
Okay,
really. I want to challenge people in their position. Hold on, somebody down there saying
I
God or
feel it.
something. Hold on, let me
Yeah.
bring them up. Let me try to
If you don't give your
come on up, brother.
definition,
Cause you jumped out too. Come on up, brother. Simply K, come on up, sister. Oh, brother. I can't. Come
See,
on, help the
see,
panel.
See, men like this would say women can only conceive with one child,
You
but
know
if a
what?
man sleeps with 10 women, he can get them all pregnant. But if we sleep with 10 men, we only can be pregnant by
You
one.
know what? You know what,
That's the
Portia?
essence of life, right?
we a
I'm
three or
telling you,
four at that point, sis.
and what he
We
gonna
a
say
three or
is
four.
it's gonna be so simple. It ain't gonna be no long drawn out stuff. What he gonna say is gonna be something simple.
That is the simplicity of it. That
Then you
validates
need
that
to go ahead and put it out.
a woman is supposed to be with one man because she only can carry one child, but a man can procreate. He can pop off 10 women and get them all pregnant at the same time.
No, what I
You
think
need to
he's saying
go and
when it
put it
comes in
out.
regards to that, I think that's already going on. But he's saying it's already going on. People are already doing that. If you got 2 or 3 baby mamas, you already proving that point.
And I said we was in Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm gonna need you to stop holding the altar and let him speak.
Well, see,
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get them to vote before something. I feel you. I'm with you. I'm waiting too. Yeah.
I'm with you, bro.
No, the host is something serious. God
Right.
bless the women that come across him.
He over there dragging the whole book
Oh my
behind him.
God,
Let's go.
Jesus.
I
It's the
respect. Hold
Red
on.
Bull. Come on,
Huh?
it's the
But
Red
but
Bull.
but look, but check it, y'all. The background that I got on the host, he not
Oh,
even like
Who
that,
said
yo. The
Fiji,
man
He's
is
Red
not even
different.
Bull.
allowed to? No more Red Bull. Fiji from
Who
here on
said
out, cause
Red
you
Bull? That's
playing.
crazy.
No, he had a Red Bull tonight, and he playing because he
Oh
been
my
She said
tired.
God.
Fiji. She said
Back to
Fiji for the rest of the
Fiji.
night. Oh, I'm done.
See, y'all have a this the problem because y'all have a balance. So I really can you come up, Ali Bliss, please?
He wants trolls right now. That's what he's saying.
If
I,
you don't stop calling people up and just
now because
Oh, he
I
gonna
want
put
them
him
to
in his
these
place,
people be
right?
come on, Ali Bliss, come on up, please, and answer the question. And please, Stack, you ran away. I need you
where
back
he at
here.
now?
Okay, yes. Okay, simply K, you
Porcelain,
can come up. Don't be
porcelain hurt,
scared.
porcelain hurt my man Stack, man. She jabbed at him
Yeah,
about the stuff he
Porcelain
was
ran.
doing.
I
The
wanted to
man
talk to Lady
ran off,
London. She
man.
ran. Porcelain, what
No.
you doing? Running
She
people
said, I
off?
know about you. She said, I know about who you are. I know what you
Lady
did
London
last
bowed
night.
out gracefully.
He went and deleted his whole TikTok.
Who's
Oh,
that?
Who,
Jesus. Not the whole
who deleted
TikTok.
their whole
Mm.
TikTok?
Well, now y'all making me feel bad. No, because I didn't
I
mean
don't
it
feel
like that.
bad.
Stack deleted his whole TikTok for real.
No, I'm
He
joking.
did
Are you
I'm
not.
joking. I'm
serious?
joking.
He did
I'm
Whoa,
not.
joking.
No.
Oh my
y'all,
No, he
God.
did not.
don't do that. Hey, Miss Ali Bliss
That ain't gonna
and
do
Miss
that.
Sandista, come on in and speak to
Just
us.
believe that for a second, though.
Let me go see if I can find Stack.
What I missed? What I
Come on,
missed?
sister.
What did I miss?
How you doing?
Stack better bring his biscuits back up
How
in
are
here.
you?
I'm okay. Have you been listening or you don't really know what's
I've been
going on?
listening.
Okay, you want to chime in with us,
Well, I
sister?
was just kind of like seeing the question, like, are women really single by choice, or is it that they can't keep the man that they want?
Why? Oh, my God.
No, come on, sister, come on.
I was just reading the question,
Yep, come on.
and
First of all, I want to
I don't I just want to say I don't think any
well,
woman
hold
is.
on.
No,
I
no,
want
no,
to
no,
let
no.
you know that
She derailing the train right now. I'm sorry. He's
we
trying to get
want.
information.
I want to
Yeah.
let you know I appreciate you coming up, and we appreciate the camera.
Oh,
So
okay.
come on.
Sorry, I'm gonna go do karaoke right now. Actually,
Okay, speak before you go do karaoke. Come on, let us know.
I'm right here.
Oh, she. Man.
I'm trying to say she
Oh,
couldn't see. She was about to
Wow.
fall over.
She said some.
right?
Hold on. Come on,
I'm about to go do
Well,
karaoke.
come on, Miss Allie Bliss. Come on, speak to the topic, sister. We appreciate you being here.
I was up here earlier speaking on it. I'm the one when you were trying to decide which topics. This is the one I picked.
Thank you, ma'am. Yep, and you started. You the cause of it all.
And you know what?
Let's go.
Come on.
I'm gonna touch on something real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Come on, sis.
I'm not gonna be the dead horse because I respect your panel and I respect you as a
Now,
host.
beat. Is it beating the dead horse? Is that okay?
Well, you know,
Don't beat the dead horse. We want to.
it's already dead. I ain't trying to anyway. Um, I just want to say to you that I apologize for the discord earlier on the
Oh,
panel about when everybody was acting like they were in preschool about the comments that was regarding me earlier.
no, you don't got to apologize. It's okay.
Well, I like to respect your panel. I respect you.
I don't think you where you disrespected it.
No, no. A couple of things were misconstrued earlier, and I
You
just
talking
want
about down in the chat?
when they were talking about the chat and talking about I'm older, I should be doing this and I should be doing that. I just want to say I'm not part of the sisterhood. I don't go along just to get along. to agree with you because I'm a black woman. I don't owe you that. I don't owe you camaraderie because I'm a black woman.
That's true.
I don't agree with something, I'm gonna say it. If you don't agree with it, it's your business. But I can say whatever I want to say because I'm a grown woman and I don't owe anybody anything in here just because your skin is the same color as me and because you're a female. I just want to say that. You don't expect.
You kind of got a little quiet, sister.
Did I go out?
Yeah, you kind of got a little low.
Oh, my apologies. Our internet's been wonky since this rainstorm the other day.
I say go in the chat and cut up and let the people on the stage do them, and then if you want to go to the chat talk to them, they can
Right.
do it.
No,
I really appreciate this. I really appreciate this panel and everybody here. This a fact.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just
I
want to let
respect
you know that
everybody here. That's
they
a
were
fact.
talking about me. That's why I'm addressing about it. They were talking about me.
Allie Bliss, you're blissful.
Allie, I was not here for the shenanigans, but please fill me in, Mama, because I'm
You
here
know
for
what?
it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't know what happened either.
the only reason why I'm not going to go into it because the brother, our brother asked earlier to leave stuff in the comments, but I wanted to hold myself accountable.
No, listen,
I
you here
respect
now.
that. I respect that. But can I
You
get the clip
But
notes?
let me just say, sometimes there are
you here
certain.
now. Now listen, Miss Bliss, you here now. If you can fly that plane and land it within 2-3 minutes, come on, fly and let keep
I'm,
fill them in.
I'm gonna let
Clip
it.
notes.
I'm
Clip
gonna let it in
notes.
60 seconds.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
There are times that BLK women get offended when you don't get along, when you don't go along with them, or if you say something that they don't like, they expect you to be a part of the sisterhood and say, okay, well, I feel the same way. If I don't feel the same way, I'm going to tell you that, whether I'm an elder or not. I'll land my plane.
Ooh.
Damn. And
Okay,
that's what was going on in here
And
earlier.
she
no,
had the
so
she
no,
had the
no,
she
so
had
early,
some of
no,
the
it
people in the
wasn't.
stage in a frenzy. What Tanisha, you was here.
No, no, yeah. So basically, the only thing I was today, it was a very positive day. It was a
Mm-hmm.
good panel, everything like that. I really wasn't paying attention to it, but I did see that, like, that she called somebody like a hyena or something. And I just said, this is all
I
I
didn't
said.
call her a hyena. I said I don't participate in hyena behavior.
Hey, I heard
I
that.
don't do
So,
that
I
because I'm
think
a
we
woman.
so the only thing
I'm
I
a
said
woman. I'm not
was,
an adult girl.
So the only thing I said was, I said, "Hey y'all," I said, "Come on, let's not call names." I said, "Let's be respectful to each other." And I did say, I said, and respectfully from you being our elder, because I'm only 38, and I know the other day I think she said she was like 49, 50 maybe, and I just said,
60.
teach us," instead
okay.
of the name. That's all I was saying. So
Okay.
that's the it.
I don't want to cut the
But
sister Tanisha off. Are you finished? Because I want to
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
based on what Tanisha just said, I want to say something to you, Ms. Bliss, and I want to ask the people on the panel something before you respond to see if you can paint a different narrative. If somebody tell you acting like a itch, do that mean they calling you that? I want each person on the panel to respond yes or no.
No.
no,
You be last.
no, that doesn't
No.
mean that you're acting like that. It's a lot of people that's too sensitive, and
Okay,
she
okay,
has the
okay.
right to feel what she
That's
feel with
it.
her
That's
First
it.
Amendment.
Go ahead, Lake.
No.
Okay, go ahead, Miss Karma.
No.
Okay, Miss MC Steele. Miss Miss McSteele. Okay, they gone. Maddie, you there? Okay,
MC Still, like MC
MC.
Still.
If your girl say you acting like a itch, do
Hmm.
that mean he calling you that?
Yep.
Thank you. You see the disagreement? Thank you.
Period.
Miss Tanisha, go ahead. Do that mean that they calling you that?
If they say it, if they are you acting like, I mean, it's
Uh,
referring to what they act like. Yes, I would say yeah.
Thank you. So Maddie not here, but out of 5 people I asked, 40% of the people said yes. So Miss Allie Bliss, do you see how that could have been misinterpreted? Is my point.
I get that point. I do.
No, Miss Allie, you there?
Can you hear me?
Kilo.
I'm
No.
sorry. I said I get your point.
Right. That's why I said it's okay for you to come on and do what you had to do. And that's a good thing that we can do because some people not as Porcelain was about to break it down, but I ain't want her to because I ain't want her people to follow her lead because that's what usually happens. But I think that you got cracking up, Landon. I'm trying to be serious.
No, I mean, I'm being serious because I'm getting tired of people trying to censor other people. If you acting like a hyena, you acting like a hyena. If you
That's
acting
why I'm
like, oh, you know
saying
what, you
let
acting
Miss
like it.
Allie Bliss do what she can in the comment
Yeah, but
Right.
section,
if
trying to
if I didn't
show how.
direct it,
And
Hoss,
hey,
if
hey,
I know
y'all.
how to shoot I know how to shoot it. If I can shoot it at you and then I can be unapologetic. Like that's the
I
thing
like
around
this
here.
kind of. I like this kind of.
Everybody want to be
Yes.
pacifist. If she's an elder, so if I'm acting ratchet or I'm acting uncouth or I'm acting
Checkmate.
triggered, point it out and then I'll change it.
Adjust my
But I'm not
crown.
gonna like
Yes.
whatever. Nobody's gonna babysit you. Like my grandmother, she'd be like, you misbehaving. Let me get those switches. I'm about to tear that butt up.
Yes.
So nobody's
Hey,
here to
hold
pacify these grown women. They can take, you know
on.
what, eggplant up to 8.
Excuse
They
me.
can
Excuse
receive
me.
whatever she gotta say.
I
I
know.
Exactly. That's what's
Hold
wrong
on, hold on,
right
hold on,
Come
now.
hold
on,
on,
lady.
hold on, hold on. Can we get back to the whole stop pimping us and for him to answer this question about this essence stuff? I've been on the edge of my seat the whole time trying to figure out where he going with this,
Thank
and
you,
then he
lady,
just changed up.
for bringing it back.
Can we get back to that?
Thank you, lady.
You're not gonna mess with my mental like that, bro, and not feed it. Come on, bro. Tell me what you're talking about.
Okay, we got one more person. Let's see. Come on, let me.
Ain't no one more person.
Hold
I'm
on, I
gonna
gotta
write
bring
this
him up.
down
Let
in
me
my
bring him
journal.
up. Let
Let's
me
go.
bring him up. Hold on, let me bring him up. Come on,
somebody want to
baller.
be
Hold
so
up.
delicate and so easily fragile.
Right.
Oh, you
Right.
hurt my feelings. Whatever. Get over it.
Yeah. And then when you say something that triggers their personal life, then they try to attack you. That's all I'm
Right,
saying.
but see, all right. So this is my takeaway from the whole statement that Miss Allie said. She said you have hyena behavior. When they say hyena behavior, are you acting like a ish? I don't take that as you calling me that.
Right,
You
but
saying
Listen,
I have those
but they say the hit
tendencies.
dog gonna holler, so you just called him.
see,
Right.
but the thing that I
Hello.
But
have
what I'm
with this,
saying is you
Miss
telling me I got
Carmen,
those tendencies.
Miss Karma, just a year ago, if someone would have told somebody that they had a hyena behavior, they would have been unfazed and unbothered. Now that it has a certain meaning to it, like if you would have called somebody a
Man,
304 10 years
Hey,
ago, they would
man.
have been
imagine,
unbothered. Now that they have a definition to attach to it and it
imagine,
make it so relevant, that's why I don't allow words and phrases to,
Exactly.
Yeah.
demean me.
This is where we are in this day and age.
Yeah, but we can make up
Because
cereal box tomorrow. Oh, she a cereal box.
exactly.
Why you call me a cereal box?
But sis, I'm
magic,
gonna tell you right now, I am a female of a certain age. I got thick skin. I
Mhm.
got thick skin for days.
Magic Don Juan host.
Uh,
Can
No,
you stop
hold on. I
pimping
got you, late. We
and
gotta
let
ask.
us get off
No, we
subject?
gotta get baseballer just came up. Come on, baseballer.
Hey, that shit was deep what she just said though. That was on head.
Yes, it was. It
Go
was.
ahead, brother. Speak
Yes,
to the
it
topic
was.
and anything you want to speak to, brother. Come on.
Huh?
I said you can speak to the topic of what you want to speak to.
This is are women really single by choice? I mean, yeah, we all got free will.
Come on, brother.
Dude, it's deeper than that. Like what the I mean, like every situation is different. It's
What
not
you talk to us. You kind of we can't. Is you kind of low a little bit, brother? Come on.
no, it's not like that. No. The thing is this, man, look, I've looked at life differently my whole life. I'm 46 now. I was a player and a user my whole life. Are women different? Yeah. Are we? Yeah, to them. We're all different. The whole thing is, man, we judge them and they judge us in different ways. Look, we think about values, morals, and everything else. We're on a different level, man. We know damn well back in our 20s and 30s that shit wasn't happening. And now we're on some different shit. We're older than. We're older now. It's just hitting us harder. Don't act like it ain't. It is.
So
All
you
affected by it.
gotta try to mute up. I can't hear the brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You
All
kind of low.
affected by it.
Everybody mute up so we can hear the brother. So you think you saying women? Go ahead, brother. We can hear you a little more now.
They can keep the man they want, but they got to be the woman they are. That's different. Look, y'all can be the same motherfucker you want to be every day you look in the mirror. Doesn't mean the image changes itself. That means you need to adapt yourself to that image. You can imagine the image all you want to. You can imagine yourself having $10 billion, but I bet you won't have it until you actually fit that image into the mirror. So look, nobody can adapt. Nobody can change anybody else. We all have to look amongst ourselves and look at each other and go, damn, build me up or break me down. Now, which one are you going to do? Because guess what? The TV will do it to you every day. Your cell phone will do it every day. Your text message will do it every day. That person sitting across from you that thinks you're that badass motherfucker, hey, let that motherfucker do that shit. Let them build you up.
You a little low, brother. I'm trying to follow you. Do anybody follow the brother?
In here.
Oh, okay, okay.
He a little bit low.
What I say?
Huh?
I'm low.
Who that?
What does that mean? I'm low. I don't know what that means.
Never can hear you. Never can hear you. You're loud now. Now I can hear you good.
All right, what I'm saying is like, look, man, look.
Oh yeah, so you sound way better. Go ahead, brother.
What I'm saying is this: we all adapt to our own choices and our situations. Who's better? Who can build somebody up? Man, it don't matter. Look in the mirror. Like I said, every day we break each other down, no matter who the hell we are. If they want us, they can keep us. Man, we do the same thing. It's a game. This game is sick. It's vicious. I'm 46. I've done this shit for 46 years of my life. I'm a dog. I'll always be a dog. A woman will always be a cat. And look, we're chasing the same damn thing every fucking day, no matter what TV provides us or the music industry does. We're going to be the same people doing the same shit. I don't care if we're 85 or 15. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
So
There's no difference.
the question is, if a woman tells you that you're acting like a bee,
No,
is she
brother. That's
calling
you
you?
had came in on the back end. He's speaking to the topic now.
Okay.
Yeah, he going to the topic.
Oh, okay. He on the topic. All right.
Yeah, we off of that one.
Hey, we're all single by choice. All of
We
us.
lost somebody else. Wow.
Dang, they dropping like
Hey,
fly.
No, sometimes I guess go ahead, brother. Go ahead. We'll get her back.
I'm saying we're all single by choice. All of us.
I disagree.
Go
Nah,
ahead. That's
look,
what I want. Come on.
if somebody wants you, they want you. If you want them, they don't have to want you.
So did you see
But
the
you have
second part of the question?
Yes, yes.
So what you think about that?
I think if the man allows them to, that's his bad. Depends on the situation. Now, if they keep smacking that dude like he's a simp, and they keep coming back and playing his ass, and keep yo-yoing his ass, and he's walking the dog.
Well, you said we single by choice. So why do we see
I'm
people
saying, but we are. But that's a choice. If you allow somebody else of the whatever you want to, what you're into, I don't know what y'all into. I don't know. Me, it's another girl. If I allow another woman to treat me personally like a yo-yo, a walk the dog, come back when I want to come back, do you how I want? No, that's my choice. Now, that's not whether they want to keep me or not. It's whether I want them to keep me or not.
Ain't no woman single by choice.
I don't think he understands the prompt.
Can you try to ask the brother? Do he?
Hey, super.
No. Let go ahead, Maddie.
Hey, I'm gonna speak on the topic.
Come on. Appreciate
Ain't
you.
no woman single by choice. Not happening. They just can't keep that man.
Come on, brother.
Like the same shit I just said.
Hey, host, you're gonna have to get me back on what that Old Testament thing, because I'm sitting over here sick. I'm going back on mute, man. So you get with that, bro, because I done past this topic, though. You done.
I know. I don't want to. I want to give anybody.
I feel like we about to part the Red Sea, man. You trying to bring me back to
No,
Egypt?
they have like they
Oh,
have their little
he's,
access
he's
code.
he's feeling this shit. He's
He
like, all
have
right,
another
let's let
phone
it
where they
ride.
call and say, "King, do you need anything?" And he text them back and say no.
You
Right.
wrong, porcelain. Porcelain is going off the
I'm
deep end.
literally here waiting for an
You
explanation
know what I'm
to the
saying?
question 30 minutes ago.
I feel like we going back to Pharaoh house right now. We was
Yeah,
at the
they
Red
probably
Sea.
doing toes right now, one
You know
at the
what I'm
Okay, hold
ground.
saying?
on. Okay, let me ask the brothers then. Hey,
Host, you looking like a Minion right now. Let's go.
no. This is. Come on, baseballer. Can you tell me the definition of essence?
Of essence?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Matthew, can you
It's a
tell me the
magazine. Move
He
on.
went to Google it.
can you,
It's a magazine.
I said
Move on.
it's the principle of things.
I hate you.
come on,
It's a
baseball.
magazine.
Hold on.
Come
Move
on,
on.
baby.
Can I use
Who
essence?
said he went to Google it?
Who
No.
said who went to Google it?
Sorry.
It's
Let him
a
answer.
magazine.
Let him
Move on.
answer. Let him answer.
Who said that, man?
I'm sorry, y'all. I can't even. Come on, baseball.
Go ahead on mute. I'm gonna go back on.
Come on, baseball.
Enjoy your moment, man.
Mm-mm.
It's a magazine.
I'm tripping
Move
on the
on.
top. Baseballer, come on, brother. I need your input.
On what? Essence?
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta be kidding me, man. Do you think I give two shits about the definition of essence when I use it in a sentence?
Okay, come on. Use it in
Use
the
it in a
sentence.
sentence.
I don't know. Is there a perfume or a cologne called that? Think about it.
It's a magazine. Let's go.
Boom, there you go. Thank you.
See,
So I don't
hey,
even know the goddamn
hey,
definition. No, you
you're
can use
not,
it.
you're not
That's
gonna
like
come
saying,
up
give
with
me the
this.
definition of fucking, I don't clear.
Listen, bro, you might as well come on with it. Everybody on the panel answer what essence means to
It don't
them
matter.
or
No,
whatever. You
I
drink,
just did. I
you
just
drink,
did.
you drinking the Fuji water. Lay it on us, bro.
Okay, so when you in the morning, remember you said it's gonna be simple. In the morning when you wake up and you go outside and you look up in the sky, you realize that it's something up there that's much greater than you. You don't know where it came from or what put it there. Anybody following me?
No.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
following. I'm
Hold
Yes.
following.
on. So the people, I don't want to. Somebody said no. I want the people to that maybe be following me because I don't want to. I don't want to lose anybody. Do you understand where I'm going? If you are, can you give me that back a little bit?
I'm following the bouncing ball, bro.
I
Let's
said
go.
I'm
yes.
following you.
Yes.
I'm following you.
I said no.
Okay, so that's why. That's why. Okay, what don't you understand about that, bro?
So here's what I'm gonna say right now. Look, everything that you do in life, no matter what you do, whether it's TV, music, driving, talking, texting, doesn't matter. You're controlled by a certain environment. Biblical. When's the last time Jesus was here? Tell me. How many years ago? But he's still coming back every year, right?
Uh,
Tell
come
me.
on. No, just, go ahead, Blake. You want to respond to him?
So
Well, it's again, it's one of those things where it's going to go back and forth if the person is not on a belief level. So at the end of the day, if that's not something he believes or he's questioning the spirituality of it,
Not about
it's not going to
it's
be
not about that.
received.
What I'm saying is like even media, music, don't matter what it is. They will
Right.
show you what they want to show you in order to make you feel a certain way, believe a certain way. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't care what if you're bipolar, if you're this or that, it doesn't matter what you are. Anything they show you, you will become that because that is what you will want to be. If you want to be a Major League Baseball player, you'll be that. And those motherfuckers actually did that shit. If you want an NBA player, yeah, Michael Jordan really existed. He's still here. If you want to have a live on TikTok, you'll do it. And 45 people will be watching. Nothing is actually defined by what the hell you actually do. It's defined by what's actually put in front of you. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but I got to hear where he's going with this though, bro. Baseball. I got it.
I want to stay
The
there.
whole
I
point
want
is,
to.
no, are women really single by choice?
oh my
Man,
God. Hold.
everything is by choice, man.
No, it's okay.
No,
I
no,
want
no,
to.
no, no,
I
no.
want.
Let's not.
I'd love to hear the rest of what you were saying.
No, I want to stay there because
Okay.
Everything is done by choice. It's because of what's put in front of you. You chose to be that person, man. If anybody says they're a product of their own environment, that is bullshit. You chose to be that person, just like I did. I chose to be that person. Nobody else actually did it for you. You did it yourself.
so. Hold on. This is why these panels are important.
Now we done went to another direction.
No, no,
Let's
no.
go.
Listen.
But that sums up the whole thing.
This
I'm ready to
is why you
drive
gotta let
the
people.
train.
This
Let's
why
go.
you have. This why you have to let people speak, brother.
Yes.
Are you saying you are not a product of your environment?
No,
So what are you saying?
I just said I'm not a product of my environment.
No, no. I'm saying so. Claire, can you give a little clarity on that?
Because if you're not a product of your own environment.
Right. So where you are now versus how you grew up.
I'm a product of myself. So I chose my own destiny, my own path.
Is that right?
Right. So that's versus how you grew up or how you were raised and how you maneuvered your way through life at a certain age. So it's like verses and verses.
Like we all did. Like all of us, actually, all of us.
I get that, but where do you stand now versus where you were?
Uh,
That's what we're asking.
growing. What do you mean? Where do I stand now versus where I was? Think about that question.
So I'm gonna give you a simplistic version of what I can right now of understanding where this conversation is going. So let's just say you grew up in a household where it was just shit, vomit, whatever.
Okay.
And you're here now. You're over in this space now. So you're not a product of your environment means you're better than what you were, right?
I
Because
mean,
you're
I
saying
don't know. I don't know if that's the
you're not a
definition.
product of your environment.
I don't,
Because I know a
first of all,
lot of
that's not that.
people.
That was not a good.
No, so hold on, let me back it up.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people that come from nothing and then they
Like
get
myself.
something and they get something and they go one of two ways. Either they covet what they have because they had nothing, or they squander what they had. So when people say they're not a product of their environment,
That means
your
they can't
environment
adapt.
defines who you are.
That's a dangerous place to be. That means you cannot adapt and change.
Exactly.
That means you cannot adapt and
So,
change. That's a dangerous
but
place. That's the
you
most
have
dangerous. That's
options
if you're
though.
a part of your environment. That means you settled. You lost.
But you have options though when
Nah,
you're
not
a
if you're a
product
part
of
of your
your
environment. You
environment.
don't.
Hold on, I like to hear. Hold on, guys. Can I hear Lake respond to? Do he think he a product of his environment?
Go ahead.
Lake, you there?
Yeah, I had to come off mute.
I think I think I think my environment shaped me to be the man who I am now.
So you're a product of your environment.
I was reading this, so I think so. So I was reading this book. It's this man was he was a drunk. He had two sons, and they asked him why one brother was successful, the other brother became a drunk, and you asked them both how they get that way, and they said their father. So one saw it one way, the other one saw it another way. So my environment made me into the entrepreneur who I am today, the man who I am today. So without that environment, I don't think I would be where I'm at. That's just my opinion.
Thank you, brother. Can Porcelain and Ali Bliss speak to that? Are they?
Porcelain can go ahead of me.
Nah, you go ahead. So
I have to be quite honest. It is like almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and although I'm very present, it's part of this dialogue just confused the hell out of me so much that I almost lost my train of thought. Because I'm like, anyway. So can
Yeah,
you?
I didn't follow. I'm sorry.
I've been lost since. Yeah, that's so. So ask the question again, please, because I was all the way down to earth
And
when
what
you.
are we talking about?
Yeah.
Are you a product of your environment?
Am I?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're a
are you a
product of your
product?
environment.
I am a product of my environment. Yes, I am.
Yeah,
And
I am
then
too.
so baseball wants to understand what that means. If you're a product of your environment.
Hmm.
Ali, bless you a fool, girl. You got me laughing. I gotta go back on mute laughing at you.
I don't even
For
know what
real.
that means. What it means. What
Let me.
it's what's sad to say is this: if you are, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. That
To
means
a
No,
degree, though,
I don't
baseball,
agree
Okay.
with you because I would have
we
to
all are a
say,
product to our
yeah,
environment.
I would
They
have to say
have
that.
certain
this is good.
zip codes, right? They have zip
Hmm.
codes
Oh my
to
god.
Right.
differentiate certain
Hmm.
zones. They
Hmm.
have they have different
Privilege.
no, they have zip codes. Like if your zip code,
What in
a
the
police, you can look up like in the police records certain zip code to see if it has high police traffic in those areas.
yep.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's divided up by districts. They have zip codes, they have districts. So in that certain zip code and district, those people are like high probably being products of their environment.
Okay.
Said something. I'm gonna say that you can be a product of your environment. You can be a victim of your environment, or you can be a learner of your environment. I mean, I grew up
Mhm.
and you know in some conditions that most people probably are familiar with, but I use it as fuel to tell myself that I'm, you know, I want to do better. Yeah, you do have options, you know what I'm saying? You can better yourself and you can say, hey, my kids won't go through what I went through or they won't live in these areas or whatever the case may be. So for me, I'm still a product of my environment because it made me the hustler that I am. It made me go hard. It made me want more in life and stuff like that, you know. So, but if I would have been a direct product of my environment, then I would have been exactly like the dudes that's from where I'm from, and I would have made the mistakes that they made. But instead, I watched their mistakes and said, I'm not gonna make those mistakes, and I learned from them, and you know, I hear what he's saying, but to speak to the essence thing, which I didn't get a chance to, and I had to think about it a little bit. I think that your essence, that the essence is more so of like your purpose in life. You know, like I think that we come here to leave our mark. We come here to touch lives. We come here to make the world a little more better. You know, after we leave than when we were here. And I feel like sadly to say, at your funeral is when people, you know, you have a big funeral and everybody shows up. Everybody, the 2 minute remarks turn into 5 minute remarks because everybody got a story about you, and they talk about how you touched their life and how good of a person you were, and you know they tell the stories and stuff like that, and that's like the essence of life for me. And I think that if you are a woman who can have children, I think that we are here to procreate. We're here to make life. We're here to leave a legacy for ourselves and for our children. In the word of God, it says, you know, a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So you're not even building wealth for yourself. You're building wealth for your grandchildren and their children. So you're thinking way ahead of the game with that. I mean, but that's just my definition of essence. So I think that everybody's definition will vary and be different, but that's just mine.
And it was.
And I just feel like every time
So
people talk about like building like community and stuff, it's always this exclusive context. Like no one talks other centered. It's always my children, my generational thing. And I feel like that's where we're most stagnant at because no one's thinking about the collective or the greater good for humanity. Because your children might be okay, but it's some other child that's out there starving that may look at your child as a lunch or opportunity to take their food. So we need to try to start focusing on like humanity because it's bad out here.
facts. So
Yeah.
I got a question
Well said.
because MC Steele said something that made me it triggered something in me.
I said that only
So
because you have to always start at home.
well, no,
If you
you
I want to
actually
say
you said a word.
you have I know,
Okay.
but you have to start at home. And the reason why I say this is because I'm into community outreach. You know, I feed the homeless. I give books to the kids. I used to coach football when I had the time to do so. So I reach outside of my family. But you're not right until your household is right. How could I teach kids on the outside about anything about being this and being that, and my own house is not right? My children are out of control. You know what I'm saying? My household is out of control. It doesn't make sense. So you have to start, especially with your own family lineage. And you got enough cousins and uncles and aunties and everything to reach them first, I would feel. You know, then you can outreach, you know what I'm saying? Like people always talking about changing the world. Well, you can't even change the people down the street,
Have a
you
sorry
know,
conversation.
and that's just the truth of the matter. You
But
gotta start,
the Bible said a
you
prophet
gotta
is not
start.
respected in his own hometown. Jesus
Yeah,
couldn't even change the people that they
yeah.
looked at him as Mary, the carpenter's son. So
The meaning of that is this, and this would, and I'm glad you said that because that's a great one, right? So, uh, you know, in the Bible, if you do know the Bible, you know Paul used to be Saul, right? And so even with
Yeah.
me, you know, I got my life together and stuff. I used to do some terrible things when I was younger, but when I changed my life and stuff like that, people that are in close vicinity to me remember that terrible guy, right? So when I talk to them or try to help them, they're like, man, bro, you used to do this, you do that. But people, you know, 10 miles away from me, they don't know me. So they only see who I am today. And that's why I tell people always bring people up to date. Stop making people live in their past because as we get older, we become wiser and we make better decisions and we do things differently in life. And I thank God that I was able to get older because I could have been unalived at a young age for the things that I did. But for some reason, He kept me here. So I try to teach the younger brothers like, hey, that path that you're going down is not going to lead to nothing but destruction. And you are 100% right. A prophet is not received in his own town because those people think that they know you best, but they know the former you. They
Damn,
don't know
dog.
the person
You just
that you
hit me.
became.
You just hit me, dog. Damn.
And that's the point that I know you poor I'm taking back off of what she said, but that is true. That is so hard to try to reach the people, your loved ones. They the ones that give you the most slack about anything. So I agree with her totally. I mean, it's hard enough trying to touch a stranger, but sometimes you would think your family would see where your heart is and where you're trying to go with things, and they give you the most hard. They give you the hardest time. So to go to what Paulson just said, I agree with everything she just said.
So I have a question. So MC said something that triggered a train of thought for me. So baseball. I have a question for you. You there?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So when we're asking you, are you a product of your environment? Do you take that in a positive or a
I
negative
say
way?
negative.
And see, this is why this when MC was
I mean, in
talking,
my opinion.
he was saying, no, I get that, and I respect it, and that's why I asked the
Yeah.
question that I asked. Is because when MC was talking, he said that you can be a victim of your environment,
Or a
and I
product.
think
Yeah.
that's how you were taking it, or
Right.
a product. So when we say you're a product of your environment, we look at it as a positive way where we're learning lessons and growing from it and
Uh,
moving
I
on.
see.
And
No,
that's
I
why
see it.
I asked. That's why I asked, do you see it in a negative
No,
or a
that's my bad.
positive
That's
way?
not. I
That's
didn't
why
know
I asked
y'all
the
saw it
question.
that way.
Yeah, that I don't know if
I
everybody on
don't
the
know either.
panel sees it. That's how I see it. So that's
So what
why
I'm
I asked
saying
the
is this:
question that I
I
asked.
do not believe that somebody like actually designed my life to be the way it is today. Like I had my own like life like design since I was like 2 or 3. My dad's a medical malpractice attorney. So he was doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Champagne, Illinois. You know, that's my life. I ain't hiding behind shit. My whole point is this: I was designed to play baseball my whole life. Grew up in a family with money. Tossed in the streets at 17. No scholarship. Lost it because I had a child. So for somebody to tell me I'm a part of my environment is so fucked up. I don't know what the product is. I designed my own self. I'm 46 now.
But what she basically saying, bro, and I
Is
feel
this
everything.
what I'm
I
saying
feel
is
that.
this:
Okay, I'm sorry.
your own environment? What is air, trees, houses? What the hell is that?
No, see, that's why I
That's what
asked
I'm
you what
saying.
I asked you
And I agree with
because
you.
exactly because everybody, well, not everybody, most of us of color, our environment is so much in the negative. We have to fight our way
But
out.
why?
No, it's not why. It's where the situation is. You literally just said you had a whole baseball
Yeah,
scholarship, and what was the hardest obstacle that you had to overcome after that?
myself.
Where you play?
So
Where you play ball at, man?
Texas.
I played ball at University of Virginia. What position you play?
Pitcher in center field and shortstop.
I played center field, and second base. I made it. I made it through. I made it through my first year at University of Virginia. I couldn't deal with the.
Cavaliers.
Yeah. I couldn't deal with the fact of. But I'm gonna give you a story behind that. My daughter, my oldest daughter is a doctor. She went to Virginia Tech. My middle daughter is a doctor. She went to William and Mary. My middle son right now is at ODU. He's studying to be an engineer. Even though I lost my way, they saw what I went through and made it better. But what happened was when I went to University of Virginia, I had my father. I grew up in a two-parent household, but my father couldn't teach me about fame. When I was getting that, when I was going through school, I came out of Virginia because I couldn't get them girls alone. I couldn't adapt to what was going on with me. So what happened was, but because of my poor decisions, I ended up going to the Navy, going to the military. And then I left the military. I did 15 years, retired early, and then I've been owning my company ever since. What the young lady is saying, She's not talking about literally the environment, but what happened, the behavior, the ups and downs in in your environment that push you into being the man you are today. So when she's saying that, she is basically saying it's not about you living in a nice house and we live in the hood, or you got a nice car and we don't. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is the decisions that we made or the things that our parents might have inflicted, they didn't know they was inflicting, because two things can be true at the same time. What she's saying is that whatever whatever went on with you, it pushed you into the man you are today. You know what I'm saying? So that's what she is trying to get up out of you. She's trying to find out what did you go through to be where you're at on this panel right now, to be the man you are today.
Thank
I
you.
just told you.
Real quick
Thank
before you
you.
go, I'm gonna say this. I just want to say this real quickly. I remember a long time ago, my grandfather told me, right? He said, he just remember a car was a shell on four wheels. It was a transportation. You can live in a $30 million home with 30 bedrooms, but you can only be in one bedroom at a time. And most people that got 30 bedrooms, they got a favorite room that they always in, and they say, I don't even go in the other rooms. So all that stuff really don't mean nothing. It's about life, love, and touching people and making a difference. That's just me. I don't care if it's a Porsche or a Honda Civic. So what? We're gonna get to the same destination. Even if it take me a little bit longer, I'm still gonna get there. So that's the main thing to me. But I think what she's trying to get out of you, brother, is saying that, like, yeah, that's the truth though. Like, to say that you're just not a product of your environment at all is like, when you grew up, none of the things around you affected you at all. Like, none of those things swayed you any kind of way, or you didn't see things that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it had to make something out of you. It had to make you to grind the way you grind, or made you be ambitious, or made you, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. But the way that you grew up, and the way I grew up, and I think a lot of us would say this, the way we grew up had a lot to do with it had a lot to do with who we are today. I'm a very giving person. My father was a giving person. My mother was a giving person. Like, I seen that growing up, so that's how I became giving. I'm a spiritual person because I grew up in the church. You know what I'm saying? Like, just different things like that. And then I'm a fighter because I grew up fighting. I was in a neighborhood where people fought all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just different things like that. But but in a way, the options and the things that were afforded to me, and the things that I seen to get my way out, I made my way out. But all of those things that I saw and all the things I did growing up, they're still inside of me. And a lot of the things that's inside of me, I have to bury it. I have to say, I can't do those things because it's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a whole nother story. But yeah, we trying to get where you're coming from with that, because like everybody's a product of what they grew up around or what
I
they
can kind
saw.
of
Or,
understand what he's trying to say. He didn't have like a tumultuous bad experience. He had a two-parent household. He just said that his family was affluent, so they wasn't struggling for money. But that doesn't mean that he can't grow up feeling undervalued in his situation. And he's probably not even trying to put the blame on his parents. He didn't go into depth with that. He's saying that he had basically like self stuff he was dealing with, his own self, struggling with self stuff. And we can look at that because you can look at celebrities and you can look at how these people try to move their children and say, I don't want my children in the hood. And they put them in these nice areas and they try to give them normality. Someone like Dwayne Wade, and look at what happened with him, and just different people, Michael Jordan, and look at what happened to his child. So I kind of can understand where he's coming from, that we can try to say our environment shaped us and created our choices, but at the end of the day it was our choices to make. We made those choices. We can't put it on our environment because those are excuse mechanisms. We can't put it on our parents, even though it can be crappy. You can grow up in an abusive, very volatile situation, but at the end of the day, somewhere in your subconscious realm, you have to say that I know that this way is not the right way and this is wrong. So I can agree with what he's saying now. It makes sense to me now.
so can we say
No, but
so can we say
porcelain.
this though real quick?
Hold on. Can I speak for
Yeah, yeah,
one
yeah,
second?
yeah.
Can I
Go ahead. I'm
speak for
sorry.
1 second?
Yeah.
Porcelain. I understand. Trust me, I understand what you're saying, and you agree with old boy. But the reason why I asked the question that I asked is the fact that I asked did he see it in a negative connotation?
And he said no. He
Because
said no though.
he said no. He said I see it in a negative connotation. He did. He agreed with
Oh, I
that.
missed that.
we,
No, I said I can
usins,
see how you can agree with the negative
Yeah, I
connotation.
didn't think he agreed with it.
right? You did, but what I'm saying is we don't see it that way. We see it as a fight. We literally live in a fight or flight mentality. 24/7, 365. I don't care who you are, if you black or brown, that's how you live.
But it's a famous philosopher. His name is James Allen, and he talks about that type of mindset. He gave a analogy of two people being very affluent, right? They was filthy rich, and both of them lost their money, right? This is James Allen. It's kind of like a sermon. So he said
Yeah.
both of them was filthy rich. They both lost their money. One went through suicidal ideations, and
Yeah.
the other one said, "Hey, the same way I made that money, I'm going to utilize those same principles and I'm going to make it again." So
Mm-hmm.
it's
So
about your thought process. So when we say we in fight or flight, we're now landing into the lower vibrations, victim mentality, and and no one owes you that. If your mom was a rug
Crackhead.
user, yeah, a rug user, I can
Yeah.
look at her. I can look at her and say, "Hey, look at what those rugs did to my mother. I don't want to do it." Why would I look at her in her debilitated, despondent state
Hey,
and tell myself, "Let me go smoke some rack"? Why would I
so
do
can
that?
But
so can I
but
say
see,
this real quick?
this
No,
is
real
what
quick,
I'm
real quick,
saying.
real quick. In real
Go ahead.
time,
Go
in
ahead.
real time, I didn't know real fast. In real time, you everybody know who the Wayans is, right? Sean
Yeah.
Wayans, Marlon Wayans, and all
Yeah.
of them, right?
Yeah.
They have so one of them had a daughter by the name of Shantae Wayans. She's a comedian too as well, but she was created by a side chick, right? And she
Mm-hmm.
said when I was growing up, they were living in mansions and stuff, and I was living with my mom in the projects. And she said, I am way different than them. They grew up way different than me. I am a Wayne. She said, I have the comedian, the comedian spirit and everything that they have, but they grew up way different than us. And then Marlon Wayans also said in an interview, he said, yeah, we was eating steak dinners and living in mansions and stuff. And so when I met my little niece, I was like, she was way different than us, even though we came, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So her environment was different than theirs. You understand what I'm saying? And she went through way more than what they went through because she had to walk through the projects and get picked on and had to fight her way through and everything that she went through and stuff like that. So it's not a hood thing because like I
It's
said, I have
not.
cousins. I have
I
cousins
did
that
not mean it
have
like that. I'm
that
so
have
sorry. I
no,
did
no,
not.
not that, Brody. I'm just saying, like, but I have cousins that have friends and stuff like that that they grew up in Beverly Hills and they went to Beverly Hills High. And if you know anything about Beverly Hills High, and I'm from California, that is a rich high school, and it only has about 3% of BOKs there, right? So they went through racism on the other side, though, where the YT kids was bagging on them and telling them, "Oh, look at you, darky," and doing all this stuff to them and they was like, man, we would rather have grew up in the hood with our folks and we could have just been comfortable, but our parents had money and that we grew up over here. And so now we went through these other things and people, stereotyping us and stuff because we were BOK and they were smart and everything else and they end up being successful. But it's just yeah, I think your environment plays a major role. They even have studies on this with rats and stuff, like putting them in environments and stuff. So we can't just sit
I
up there
think
and
yeah.
ignore the fact and say that, oh yeah, maybe you didn't go through this or go through that. Everybody goes through something. Nobody's just having a
Well,
perfect childhood or a
that's some,
perfect life
that's some
and a
good
perfect
insight,
upbringing.
McSteal. We want to let the good insight, McSteal. Hand clap. We want to let Miss Bliss speak, and then we go down to you, Lake.
All right.
Do y'all see how important these conversations are, or you
Woo.
just
I,
okay?
I I have a very unpopular, uncomfortable for a lot of people. What I'm about to say, and this kind of ties into what Porcelain was talking about when she addressed how sometimes it's the struggle and how we make it a certain kind of way.
Victim mentality.
Okay, so here's the thing with the story that MC
Nobody,
told about the Wayans.
anybody can talk shit.
Here's the thing: sometimes we create an environment, especially for our children, that they don't deserve and they don't ask to be brought into, and it's not based upon. And the reason why I say that when I listen to your story about the weigh-in person, I do believe that you said that she was a side chick that got pregnant, right? First of all, the mother made a decision to be with somebody that didn't belong to her, and she allowed herself to have a baby with this person. which put her child in a position to be a product of an environment that they didn't ask for. So that's not about struggle and fight. That was about a choice and involuntarily inserting yourself into a situation where you can have this sad sob story. But we can't gloss over the fact that that was intentional. Everything is certain things are a fight. Uh, so for her daughter, she could say it might became a fight for her, but she was willfully inserted in that position. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does, sis. Go. Cook with it.
It not at all because that
That's why I
child,
said it's
that
unpopular.
child,
I'm ready for
that
I'm ready for
child,
the smoke.
that child did not have a choice in the matter. She was brought
I
into
just
this.
said
She
that.
was an innocent. She was
I
an
just said
innocent
that.
child.
I
Yeah,
just
but what
said
I'm
that.
saying is that so it's not her fault, but she said that her life was way different than theirs, and I understood where she was coming from in the interview because she was saying that, hey, she didn't ask. She said my mom was a side chick, whatever. That was her mother's choice. It wasn't her choice. So
MC,
she just
But
see,
she
that's
that's
was
what
what
just
Allie is
born
that's what I
saying.
into
MC.
that
That's what
situation.
Allie is
But
saying.
guess what?
I just
But
said
she
that though.
never but she never claimed to be a victim. She just said, "Hey, I grew up different than them, and that's fine. And I still
But
made my
she's I'm
way,
gonna
and
tie
I'm
I'm,
I
I'm
didn't
still
gonna tie
I
and
didn't
I'm
everything in.
still
I didn't
hold on,
say
hold
that
on,
she
hold on." And she said, "I'm not a victim. I'm still on BET. I still got the comedic talent in my life, and I'm making a way for myself. But I'm way different than them." And then Marlon Wayans, the iterated, it said, "Yeah, she was way different than us because when she did her jokes, we was like, man, we remember them days, but those days is over with." And that's the problem with us. We always try to say, "Oh, that's over with," or "That's behind us," and all that other stuff. But that's disrespectful to the ancestors because they worked so hard to get us to where we at. And then we say, "Oh, we need to forget about this and forget about that." There's no way I'm going to forget about what my great grandmother and my grandmother then went through, especially in the civil rights movement and all that stuff, to get me where I can vote freely and all the things I do. Like my grandmother would really want to slap the taste out of my mouth for saying something like that. And
But
it's
that's
not the
what
victim. It's not the victim mentality. It's just being knowledgeable enough to know that, hey, we wasn't just we didn't put ourselves in position. They put us in position.
but that's what Allie was
you
speaking
missed
to.
my
She
whole
wasn't
point
speaking
then.
on
That's
a victim
exactly
mentality.
yeah.
Allie was
Right.
actually
Thank you.
circling on something.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's
you
my
could have
whole
saved
point.
us all.
Allie, go ahead and cook.
My whole point is that agreeing with Ali and Portia what they saying is that we true enough we are a part of our environment. It makes and shapes us. But what these ladies are saying is actually wisdom because a lot of times because of our environment that shapes us, we can turn to the victim mentality. And victim mentality is actually saying little stuff. It's saying things like it must be nice or I wish that was me or if I was a side chick, if I had this, that, baby girl, you in the family. Based on what you're saying, even in that situation, a lot of people still be killed to be in her situation and be in the family to be able to make something of herself based on the poor choice of the adults. So everything that we're saying is tying together. We are a product of our environment and everything like that. But Ali Bliss and Paulson make a good point. A lot of people in the culture will still take some type of victim mentality. Woe is me, instead of just putting your head down and grind and getting yourself out of it. The fact of the matter, it all ties in together. But at the end of the day, if you can, like Paul said earlier, your parents had one job. Like I told my son, they told me put shoes on it. They ain't say Jordan. They said shoes. So if you afford to get Jordan, that's a whole nother thing. At the end of the day, we all come from something that we're trying to be better than just because your story might be a little worse or better, and a lot of people do fall into that victim mentality, which these ladies are saying, and find themselves dwelling there when all they're saying is you don't have to be there neither.
And
That's
that's what
what
I
I
was
get
saying
with it.
earlier. I wasn't trying to be bogus. I was saying like, look, don't be a victim of your fucking product, of your environment. Don't be that person. That's what I was kind of trying to lean towards.
Yeah, so Bliss made a good point, and that's why she was pushing back on that because she saw that even in the situation of all of us talk about having this talk, she is people that actually do put themselves in the you can't do something based on the environment or based on my chances or I'm black, I can't do this. When actually you can push through anything if you just keep grinding.
Right. And but I just the only thing that I said was I wanted to understand where baseball saw that because I know people that look at it either a negative or a positive, and us we look at it as a momentum piece. It's going to push us to do better or worse. So that's the only reason
MC,
why I asked him what I asked him. That's the only reason why I asked him what I asked him. But I understand what everybody's saying.
MC, you definitely made a good point. I've seen you on this platform before, and I heard your story about where you come from and what you used to do, bro, and what you done pulled yourself out of, and even hearing you on talking on the phone with your mom earlier and everything like that. I applaud you. I got so much respect for the fact of how you done came to be the man you are today, based on the information, the little bit of information I've heard. So please don't make no misunderstanding about what I'm saying about your point. Your points are valid. You make a good point. You're a strong man. And I sense that energy from you even on this panel. But at the same time, everybody is not you too. You got to understand that came a long way. And some people, even that have been through some of the things that you've been through, will still have a victim mentality. You have overcome and the stuff, even with the homeless and how you doing, brother. You done change. You like one of them after school specials, bro. So at the end of the day, you got to understand everybody's not built like that. Some people, like these ladies were saying, and a lot of our men that's leaders that even want to be married or lead a family will have this victim mentality. And some of these women will go off on their own because they got to do it on their own because they can't depend on us. That's a whole other discussion. But I applaud you. So don't ever think, even on this panel, I would disrespect you or not show respect to you, bro. I pay homage to you because I already know some of the things that you've been through.
No, dog, I
Okay.
appreciate that, man. I really do. What I'm saying is this, man. Like, I don't know anything better but to survive. So, like, my whole fucking mentality, like, of life is like, I have to do what I have to do. My dad's a lawyer, so what? He sues doctors. I grew up with money. So what? Who gives a shit? It ain't my money. I ain't got it. I ain't spending it. I ain't driving this. I ain't driving that. I'm driving what I'm driving, what I'm buying. So I ain't a product of who I am. I'm me. I'm the guy that made out the shit, the real shit. The damn dog. What's that like? Wow.
All right. So, host, can we circle back to the New Testament or Old Testament? Can we get the definition, please, of essence? Let's go. I need to go to
Thank
bed.
you.
I,
Thank
I
you. I've
gotta
been
I
trying to
gotta
get
go to work.
that time.
I got a job. I got a
You know what I'm
job
saying?
in the morning. I gotta get up. Let's
I'll
go.
make it go. Come on. I'm sorry, brother. See, come on, brother. Cash eyes. Come on, brother.
Now you gonna bring somebody up if
He
you
want.
don't
He just
answer the question.
to
Okay,
speak. I'm gonna make it a topic. Come on, brother.
Bro, I feel like first of all, thanks for having me up. You know,
No problem.
you always have your lives lit. I feel like this. I don't think that anyone wants to be single by choice. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't ask the person when you was really feeling them, do you got somebody? Oh, you got somebody in your life? You single, you married, you whatever. I think what it is in our society, we have become so conditioned to thinking that we right all the time, that whenever you have that little kickback or that little, that negativity, is the other person is wrong. In some cases the person can be wrong, but a lot of times people make it so hard for themselves. Maybe it's because they haven't healed from their last trauma, or maybe it's just some things that they need to work out in themselves. But I don't think that anyone chooses to be single by choice. I feel like this. I feel like maybe you have to work on yourself, things like that. But honestly, there's always somebody out there for somebody. And normally people are looking for that person. So that's what I got to say about that.
Host, can I kick back before you go back to the Old Testament?
Nah. Go ahead. I'm gonna probably make that a topic because it's getting
Yeah,
a little
it's
late.
hot.
I'm over here
It's hot.
blowing and smoking and stuff.
It's
Go
hot.
ahead.
It's hot.
Of course, you would run from it, host.
Right? Thank
No,
you.
come on,
Thank
come
you,
on. Who
Horseman.
wanted to speak?
Oh my God. All
You
right.
speak, host.
Huh?
You speak about what you was trying to tell us.
It's gonna. It's
No,
just.
you keep doing. You keep trying to
It's
direct.
not
I
too
already
late.
Okay,
I,
know.
you
I wanted
you
to.
literally dodging a bullet. Let's go.
I let y'all. I gave y'all a little bit. Ain't nobody getting it. So
No,
We
no,
got it.
no.
I wanted to
We
Everybody
leave
got
it
is
it.
there
silent
for.
right now.
Huh?
Everybody is silent right now. Let's go.
Okay.
I must have missed that part, but I'm excited now too. Thank you.
Right. Sit there, buckle up, buddy.
Well, it was the test. All right, I'll try to get to y'all real quick, but we can make it a topic. It was the test of validity or the humility in the room. And it's instead of anybody saying, so I'm asking y'all, y'all follow me. Instead of everybody saying, I just don't know, they just wanted to try to give it an answer. So you test the humility of the people in the room and they valid statements. Okay? We all understand that when we walk out the house and we look up in that sky, you can feel it. And you can see that it's something greater than you up there. But instead of people humbling themselves saying, damn, I don't know what it is or where it came from, they act like somebody specifically came down and gave them this information when they haven't. That's I'm gonna stop right there. I need people to deal with that first. Then we can go into the other piece of the game. You gotta be able to be willing to listen and learn for us to have this conversation. That's why I was trying to allow people to get in and where they was coming from because I was thinking maybe they heard it, maybe they wanted to chime in on it. It's
Coach,
Yeah, I heard that.
bro.
I respect you, but you literally just drove the bus from Martin Luther King in third to Malcolm
it
X
got
in
it
fourth.
got it
Bro,
got it got
his job is to provoke thought.
yeah
His job is to provoke
I
thought.
get it. I get it.
it got a little late. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
But the fact of the matter is, what he's saying is to walk out of there. I think first and foremost, you got to have your own personal relationship with God. I think before you can, when you go look up in the sky, whatever it is you do, I think you're gonna have your own walk with Him. This is where everything is getting misconstrued about religion versus your own walk. I think looking up in the sky and seeing that there's greater than something greater than us is having your own walk and your own understanding. I think as men, I'm not talking about the women right now. I'm talking about as men. I think men need to seek that more. Us, we need to seek that more. Our women, and if I even go off left here, I'm not trying to, but the fact of the matter is, looking at that, what I get from that is just leadership. I always come back to leadership with me and communication and respect. I think when you do understand that God orders your steps and God needs to dwell in your heart for you to be able to be a good leader on earth and be able to be able to give your family back something. I think you have to have principles about that first. That's what I'm thinking when he said.
I mean, I feel like this, like anybody that's spiritually in tune with their spirit, I mean, yeah, we know it's something greater out there, but you can feel like the shift in the energy in this world now. And I don't know like what it is particularly, but I just can tell you that something is off. Humanity is off, people are off. Um, the way that that everything is going on, it's just off. And that's just the way that I feel it. Like I hear you, Brother Lake, everything that you were saying. I don't want to, put that church out on you, Brother Lake, but you know, um, but I'm just saying, like y'all can't feel like this stuff that's in the atmosphere now, like that is different out here.
Yes.
Oh, we've all spoke on that, bro.
Yes. And you know
We've
what?
all
Can I
spoke.
say something to that?
Go ahead, Ellie.
I agree with Cash. And here's the thing. It's, you know, I'm I hate to say it like this because a lot of people use this term.
No, speak frankly.
I'm a spiritual person
Fact.
and I don't support organized religion. I don't go to church.
And don't.
And one of the reasons why, and I point church out first because I dislike when people try to push their beliefs down my throat, their scriptures and everything else. It doesn't mean that I don't believe what the scriptures say, but don't beat me up because I don't go to church, and don't beat me up because I don't claim what you claim. Because I have friends that are Muslim, I have friends that go to the Buddhist temple, and
Mm-hmm.
to follow up and say, would follow up in what Cash is saying, what's going on right now and what we're feeling for those that are not walking unalived. Since I can't say the D word, because there are people that are the walking unalive. So if you don't feel what's going on right now, you're not spiritually connected to anything
because it is something that is going on right now. It's a shift, and it's something that's affecting everybody. It has absolutely nothing to do with religion.
You think something wrong with it?
I think the
Something's
Bible,
wrong with.
Hold
I think
on,
the
hold on,
Bible talks
hold
about
on.
these times.
I ain't hear you. I ain't hear you.
The Bible talks about these times.
Hmm. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we on the stage like something wrong with it. Something wrong with it?
Not when the
Something
Bible,
wrong with what?
not when the Bible is talking about it already. If you read the Bible and understand what's going on, then you know these times are coming,
Yeah, yeah,
and they're actually here.
yeah. We're walking in it. I mean, just the
I'm trying to find out
description.
what we walking in.
I think the depending on. I know I'm not walking in it. You walking. You can say what's being walked in is chaos. A whole bunch of things that are not of what we thought. These times, anything is possible. You see anything. You shouldn't be surprised at anything. And those times should make you. It's gonna either make you cling to one or two things. It's gonna make you clean to your walk and develop yourself and develop your growth, or you're gonna become what you're walking in.
Mm.
There's no either way. You're either gonna grow and 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 and, and become more in tune with what the words say and try to live your life the best way you can, or you're gonna be a product of what is going on that they say you should be doing, and that's walking in a whole bunch of chaos and confusion.
Yeah, and we in the information age now. You can Google a thought. You don't have to write a book anymore. You don't need an editor. You got apps that will edit things for you. You don't have to know who the Anunnakis are anymore. You can just Google what the Anunnakis are, and you're gonna go by what Google says. Um,
No, you're not. No, you're not.
everybody thinks that they know everything because they can Google it. Um,
That's not true. That's
even
why I
I be
just
sitting in. Go ahead,
hold
go ahead,
on,
Ho.
young man. You said everybody, so you got to watch these
A lot of
words you
people.
use.
A lot of people. Can I say that? A lot of
Well,
people.
yeah, okay.
Some people. So some people Google everything or whatever the case may be, and some
But
people
that don't. What you think that mean?
even we're in the information age. So everybody like, for instance, one day I told my son something, and and he went and Googled it. Right? I didn't have no Google when I was growing up. My dad told me something, and whether it was right or wrong, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Common sense and discernment supersede Google.
The
Yeah,
truth can
but a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people go run straight to Google or EBT chat. You know what I'm saying?
the truth
Like
can stand investigation.
so so
Well,
they do that kind of stuff. But I was coming to the point of this. One day we were sitting in church, right? And my pastor was like, all right, well, everybody bring out their Bibles, and everybody brought out their phone. So he was like, does anybody in here have a physical Bible? You know what I'm saying? Now, a few people had it, but most people were just Googling or whatever, using the Bible on their phone, whatever, digital. So he was like, you know what? I challenge everybody to go out and buy them a physical Bible. I want us to turn these pages. I want us to feel that Bible. I want us to have it in our hands and in our homes. And I think that was very profound because, and if you do see a Bible in somebody's house, it got dust on it. It's open to a verse and they got dust all over it. They don't even use it. Um,
What's wrong with
so
that?
I just think that we've gotten away from seeking the information for ourselves. Like I got a whole thing of like encyclopedias. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to read like that expands vocabulary. That does a lot of different things for you. Now with the power in your hands and in the tablets and in your phones, like you just Google and just search for everything. Um, you can cheat on your homework. I mean, if we had this back when I was in high school, I'd be a straight A student with the Harvard and everything else because I would just Google every answer. Like, they don't have ways around that and stuff
So
like
you
that.
saying
So,
so what you saying? We getting away from tradition.
I wouldn't say tradition because think about it. I just made a profound statement that I can go home. Our kids can go home with their homework and just Google every answer. What's pi 3.14 divided by this and that? They type it in and it's gonna give them the direct
Yeah, you
answer.
made a profound
But
statement. I need to hear that
but I used
statement again.
Yeah, I need
I
to hear that
used
statement too. Because you gave
yeah, I
yourself a
just said it.
kudo and I didn't get it.
What
They
profound statement did
not
you make?
is that we used to have to work things out like mathematically and stuff like that. You have to know the formula to solve a certain kind of equation. Now they could type it into their phone and it's going to give them the answer to the equation. So I knew the process of it all. I knew how to divide and how to do division. I know how that what pi meant 3.14 and 3.14 and how to divide that by this and that. Like you have to go through a whole formula and it might take you might go down 10 rows just to get to the answer. Now they could just type it in, boom, 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 and just give them the answer. And so they could cheat on their homework. We couldn't cheat on our homework with no phone or no computer. It
What
was
was the
impossible.
profound
It
statement
wasn't
though?
around.
What was
The
the
profound
profound statement
the
though?
profound statement is that they don't have to solve anything anymore. It's already
How is
solved
that
for them.
profound?
Yeah, that's very
That's not
profound.
profound. That is not profound.
Yeah, if you really looking at what are we going through right now, yeah,
Brother, let me offer you let me offer you some wisdom. Let me
our
offer you some
children
wisdom.
are just are
Okay.
they're
Let me mute.
you can't offer this the thing right here because we all of our minds are set up in different ways, right? So even if you're not getting it, guess what? It's 58 people in here. Somebody getting it. So I don't care about that. You don't get it, host don't get it, that's fine by me. That's
Okay,
fine.
let me let
You
you
see what
land
I'm
because
saying?
I still got something to say
No,
to you.
let me
No,
crash it. Let me crash my plane.
crash
Let me
that
park
plane,
my
crash
car,
that
whatever you
plane,
want to say. But what I'm
crash that
saying
plane,
is
and I
that
got a fire
they can
extinguisher.
go out there. They can go out there in
You need
the
to humble
phone.
yourself, my brother.
I'm 44 years old. I
I
could
can't
not
tell.
go
You
to
need to
a
humble
phone.
yourself.
I could
You need
not
to
go
humble
to a
yourself.
phone. I could not
Dude,
go
you
to
need to
a
humble
phone
yourself.
or a
Hold on, Miss
tablet.
Bliss. Let them. We're gonna let you cook. We want to hear
No,
you.
I'm just
Let
saying
'em-
I could not go to a phone or a tablet and types a question in and get the answer. I would have to go and search and dig for it in an encyclopedia or a dictionary, a book or
I
whatever.
just,
So that's what I'm
before the
saying.
young lady speak, Mick Steele, I asked you a question and you couldn't Google it. That's the purpose of that question. But go ahead,
I
sister.
probably
Let's let the sister speak. Then we'll
I
get
probably
back
could
to
have
you.
I could Google what profound means
No, no.
or
I
what
asked you
you know what I'm
something
saying?
earlier.
Oh no, I know what you asked me.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
Oh,
sister.
the
can
essence
I add into
question.
what bro was saying?
I gave you the answer to the essence question in my
No, you
own
didn't.
understanding.
No, you
Remember?
didn't.
I did go. About like or you know to be here and to make change and to touch people's lives. Remember I said all of that and about a woman making you know us being making children and leaving a legacy for ourselves and I said all that earlier.
You
That
know
was
what
my
that?
definition of what that means to me. The essence of life.
Right. There you go.
Yeah,
If
that's what I was saying.
okay, if that sun don't come up, lights out.
Yeah, that's a mathematical fact, scientific
Nah, but
fact.
you
Yeah,
didn't put that in there.
No,
Go
let me
ahead, sister. We're gonna
let
let
me
the sister speak.
but that's a good
yeah,
one.
yo,
I mean, you just gave me something I could take with me.
You can't Google these things, brother. Go ahead, sister.
I'm gonna say this, and MC, you're only 3 years older than my daughter, so I've been around here a little longer. The most powerful man, the most powerful BLK man, is a man that is humble and willing to learn and to listen. The most respected BLK man is a man that can lead. And the only way that you can lead is when you're willing to learn, not that you've made a profound statement that was not profound. It was very pencil and paper. And hear me out. I'm not being insulting. I'm just being honest. Because we should never know so much that we know very little, especially as BLK men, because I look to you to be leaders and I depend on you. And in order, you can't even receive, even you all in the comments, you can't even exercise humility and restraint to hear me out. So what I'm going to do, because I have a son that's 38 and I have 5 grandsons who I am standing beside my husband with to make sure that they get it as men. So I'm going to save these jewels for them and for the brothers that are humble enough yet strong enough to hear. I'll land my plane.
Ooh, keep on flying. Sister, you don't even know you kind of you ain't finished talking for me, but you kind of see. That's why who, got- who talking? I can't even see you, bro. All right, come on, brother. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, my brother.
Ah, it's always levels to things, man. It's always levels to things. I see. That's what it is. It's tough though. I think
This powerful when we can have a certain type of interaction where the young lady can speak and
I think a lot of I just think Hope, a lot of our women are they're very very strong. I think a lot of our women just and I can tell who's and it's crazy how you can talk on this panel and you can tell who's married without even asking them if they're married. You know what I'm saying? You can I already knew Allie Bliss was married before she even said something about her husband. Um, all because of the fact of the matter is it's just a way like Cass said, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? You can feel it. They have certain structures on how they talk. They're very direct. I bet the way she speaks, her husband speaks like that. You know what I'm saying? So and the fact of the matter is she's so submissive to him, she's running that whole house. I wish more women would understand that. And I know it's a lot of women that do. I'm not speaking for the majority, I'm speaking for the minority. So whatever you're doing over there, Bliss, to keep your whole your family together, respect that.
Tanisha, if you still here, you and Miss Karma, if you guys still here, you can speak. I wanted to let Miss Allie respond to the young man, then you guys can speak after her if you still here. But you might have fell asleep like how I do.
I,
Oh wow.
I can't. You can't have a good man in your life and not appreciate other men. It's not possible. I'll land my plane.
The Bible says man obtains favor when he honors his wife. And when he honors his wife, not in just secrecy, when he honors his wife in public, a man obtains favor. And so does that woman. So like I said, um, that's a beautiful thing to see. I can already tell that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, man. It's awesome when you see it work the way it's designed to work. I just wish it could work for more of us. It's so awesome when you see it working the way it's supposed to. This woman has come on this panel has been respectful. She hasn't given you no vibes that even in the comments told her I appreciate the fact that she's direct and everything like that. It's amazing when you do it God's way and not your way. Oh man, that's dope.
Miss Porcelain, you gotta I don't know what's going on, but it's saying they won't let you up. I don't know why. I screenshotted it just now. I'm gonna send it to your inbox. You gotta. That's why I tell you, you gotta try to be cool because we need to be able to have these conversations. We don't want to get to a point where we just cut off. Like it was doing me like that in the beginning, but I'm gonna send it to you. That's crazy. Miss Karma, you want to speak or Tanisha, or you guys tapped out? They probably tapped out. Y'all stayed with us and tapped on out on them. The it's open. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm here.
All right.
So I want to circle back to Cash up there in the corner. And you were talking about females choosing to be single. So I'm gonna circle back to what I said earlier. So I'm single by choice. And when I say I'm single by choice because of the fact that I do not have the bandwidth to be in a relationship because I have other things going on in my life that I cannot entertain a relationship right now. And the fact that you said that, I'm not even going to quote it because I will not quote it correctly. But I just want to let you know that there are females out here that are single by choice for a reason.
What you got going on? You in
What you mean
school?
by that? What? Wait, what?
You got school going on. You got some real estate going on. What you got going on?
No, I got work going on, family, school, and I don't want to.
Got
I literally value every king that approaches me, and
Did
I
your,
do
let me
not
ask
want.
you a
I do
question.
not want to put them in my situation if I cannot give them valuable time and space and bandwidth.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why did your grandmama ever talk like that? She's single by choice, or the people that was older than you, did they ever come up with this concept? Did you ever hear them speak like that?
Okay. So first of all, I was raised by my grandparents. I got a 1942 upbringing. So let's start there.
Okay.
So my thought process of how I deal with things came from my grandfather.
So your granddad told you you was single by choice?
No, 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 no,
I know.
no.
I just heard what you said. That's why I was asking.
I said my thought process came from my
I know.
grandfather.
I heard you.
My grandfather taught me to respect my king and to be there, to be a helpmate and support them. And circling back to my own thought process, if I can't do that, why would I waste your time? If I can't give you what I was taught to give you, because I'm here to be a helpmate. You're the head, I'm the neck to support you. If I can't give you that, why would I waste your time?
I got you, but I was just asking, did you ever hear your mom or your parents or your grandparents and you
Oh
know,
no. Oh no.
you
When,
ain't
when
hear
I
them
tell
talk
you,
like that?
when I
So
tell you, I gotta.
where you think you picked that logic up from?
I think it was a collective over time of what I saw and how I saw my grandmother support my grandfather. And if I can't give that in the back of my mind, somewhere subconsciously, if I can't give my king that, then I would rather sideline myself because I would rather you be my, I would rather be my king's peace when he comes home than nothing at all. Because you already fighting battles, you out there doing whatever you got to do. Yes, I have my own battles to fight. Yes, I'm a queen. But to me, in the back of my mind, I have been designed that when you cross my threshold, our home, I'm to be your peace. I'm the one you vent to. I'm the one that's non-judgmental. That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
Because you're here to provide. I don't know. Mm-mm.
To your point, I think they okay.
So my question is, what is your definition of submissive?
No, go ahead, because it's gonna answer all of it. It's just
Mm-hmm. Me. No, the only reason why I asked what your definition of submissive is because I've come across various females that feel like being submissive means you need to bow down. You need to lay everything on the table and you need to bow down and do whatever he says. So that's the only reason why I asked that.
If you
That's the
don't
only
mind me
reason.
asking, I want to let the sister speak. She raised her hand. Come on, sister. It's karma. You're
Miss
a
Carmen.
on it because
Hi.
it goes across the thing.
Hey mama. Yeah, Miss Karma. How you doing, mama? Let's go, mama. Let's go, mama. Mm-hmm. I do. Let's go. Yes. Yes, let's later. Mm-hmm. Yes. Twice. Three. Mm-hmm. I do. I do. Yeah. Yeah. I have that. I've had that within my lifetime. Yes. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
To be desired and supported and held up.
Oh my
Not
God.
having that, when you say you have all those things on your plate and not have the support and insert those things in the place of support,
Mm-hmm.
it's not about you choosing to be single. It's not about you not having the bandwidth. It's
Mm-hmm.
something else. It's something else. Because the things that BLK women fight against when it comes to men are the
Mm-hmm.
very things that enhance your life. They're the very things that make your life better. Because we cannot do this without men. Now, I understand sometimes in life we have to reset, but BLK women don't use reset. We say we single by choice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm celibate now. I'm taking time out for myself.
Right.
It's nothing wrong with getting ourselves together when we need to, but that's what therapists are for. That's what spirituality is for. We still
Right.
have to keep moving in life because the things that enhance our life, as far as love and our men, those are the things that, I mean, those are the things that God actually created. But we say we're religious. We say that we believe in the Bible.
Right.
But the very thing that He gave us to help us to make life better, we say, I don't want to do this. I'm doing this by choice. And it's deeper than that. And it's much more than that. And I have to be honest with you, I
Mm-hmm.
don't even have clients that are BLK women.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I don't anymore
Mm-hmm.
is because most don't really want help.
Mm-hmm.
They want to talk, but they're not resolution oriented. They're very comfortable in tragedy and trauma and excuses and standing still and not moving.
And
And
protect this
they
woman at
think
all costs.
and they think it's honorable. It makes them part of the sisterhood. It makes them part of a group, but it's not
Understood.
helping us.
Protect this woman at all costs.
I'm sorry.
I said protect this woman at all costs. Hey, host, can we get Secret Service on the handcuff? Make sure no one comes within 20 feet of her when she's walking around, please. Thank
Okay.
And that is why,
So,
that's one of the
so
reasons
Allie,
why.
can I ask you a question?
Let me just say this one more thing. Yes,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
we're
Go
sitting
ahead.
across the table from each other,
No, go
a
ahead.
kitchen
Go ahead.
table, not an
Go
office, a
ahead.
kitchen table.
No, go.
That's the reason why I'm very straightforward with people because
Yeah.
the behavior has stifled our community for so long. At this point, we don't have time to coddle. We don't have time. I have to be straightforward.
Facts.
I don't have time to say, well, maybe because, and
Mm-mm.
maybe you were disappointed. We've all been disappointed. Okay, come on, let's jump up. Let's get it. Okay, what's next? That's
Mm-mm.
not negate, doesn't mean we're not trying to fix whatever's been broken, but we have to
Right.
be direct and we have to keep moving. All right, your turn.
All right. So I respect everything that you said and I appreciate it and I take it in.
Hmm.
But when I say I don't have the bandwidth, I don't want to waste anybody's time. That's when I say I don't have the bandwidth. Because I'm trying to maneuver myself in a certain way and I'm moving intentionally. And when I say I'm moving intentionally, I don't want to waste anybody's time. So if somebody steps to me and says, "Hey, ma, how you doing? Can I get your number?" If I don't have time, I don't have time. That's me. I've literally served in our military. I've served in war. I've been in trauma. I when I say I move with purpose. I was raised that way. I was raised to walk with purpose. I don't drag my feet. I don't do anything. So when I say I don't have the bandwidth, I don't have the bandwidth to entertain. So that's what I mean.
So let
And
me,
I
I'm sorry.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I hate, this is why I don't like to insert my professional,
Okay, Cash, I
No,
see you in a minute, man. We'll be back tomorrow, baby boy.
but
mama,
even though,
insert where you may.
so here's what I'm hearing you say. This is not about your schedule and things that's on your plate. It sounds like you don't have the mental bandwidth.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's not about, so that's what it is. It's not because of the projects and all that.
Right. I don't have the band. When I say
Let's,
bandwidth, I mean mentally. I don't
okay,
I
so
don't have the bandwidth
let's say that
emotionally.
then. Let's
Okay.
say that.
All right.
And see, this is the thing with, and I'm gonna keep saying BLK women because we have certain buzzwords
Yes, we do.
that we use and nobody else use.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Intentional, manifest, all that stuff where we can just say what it is, so we can just
Right.
get to the heart of the matter.
Facts.
So you don't have the mental bandwidth. You're exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're exhausted, you don't stay exhausted by saying you don't have the bandwidth.
Mm-hmm.
You take care of the exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
You get some mental vitamins. You get
Mm-hmm.
some mental talk. You
Mm-hmm.
talk to somebody that's not biased. You talk to
Right.
some, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because if you were physically exhausted because you had maybe cancer, you would be at the oncologist's office. You wouldn't
Right.
just lay in that bed.
Right.
But we do that when it comes to this type of conversation and the
Right.
most important parts of our life. Because here's the thing: if you did have cancer
Mm-hmm.
and you had your husband there caring for you,
Right.
making sure that you were good.
Okay,
Right.
brother, I appreciate you coming. For some reason, we probably been going so long, we won't let nobody
But
else. So everybody
but
trying to,
Ali,
I can't get you.
Ali,
Only
let me ask you
people
a
on the
question.
stage can speak. All right, MC Steele, we'll see you another time, brother. Hopefully you come back often, man. We'll be here every day.
And I'm
What
sorry, host. I don't
say?
mean to take
Drop
over.
me so I won't mess up your algorithm. It's always
Thank
better
you,
for
man.
you to drop me.
Okay, got you.
But
I got
All right,
Ali,
brother.
Ali, I really respect what you're saying, and I get and I appreciate everything you're saying to me. But I don't want to waste a man's time. That is my bottom line. I don't want to waste a man's time.
The only
If
person's
I'm
time
not
you're wasting is yours. You're wasting your time right now.
right, but if I'm not ready to move that way,
Well,
if I'm not ready to move that way, how am I wasting my time?
the reason why I'm saying you're wasting your time
Hmm.
because right now, because it's about you.
Hmm.
Let's take the man out the picture.
Okay.
You're still wasting your time by not having the mental bandwidth because you're not taking care of the part that's made you not have the bandwidth, which is the mental part of it.
But okay, so I'm trying to wrap my head around this because I have the mental bandwidth to do what I need to do for what I want to do, but I don't have the mental bandwidth to incorporate a man into that situation. Does that make sense? That's why I said I am single by choice. That's what I meant. I'm literally maneuvering my life in a certain way that I don't want to entertain a man. I'm focused on what I need to do because I have an end goal.
And I took the man part out. I said I took the man part out.
Right. So what I'm saying is I'm literally taking steps to maneuver my way to a certain goal.
Okay.
So
Who's
that's what I mean.
Miss
who's
Ali,
helping you?
Miss Ali Bliss, I have a question.
I'm asking questions.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I
Who's
got a
helping?
question. I got a question.
Mhm.
I'm really, because I got an answer in my head, but I really want to hear your point. People always talking about someone should go heal, but they never tell a person how to heal. In your professional opinion, could you answer that question on how a person or what steps a person should take to go heal, so they can get back to that table of being open? So when someone does approach them or want to talk to them, they're at the table and they're ready to go. They're not holding on to anything else. They're ready to open up and go.
You go to someone that can help you heal. Because if we could heal ourselves, we would. But most people don't. They take a time out in life and think that that's what's making them heal. If something's broken or if you're sick physically, you go to the doctor to give you a diagnosis on what you need to take, what medicine you need to take, or what procedure that you need to
Go
go
ahead.
through to
I'm
heal.
listening. I'm sorry.
So if we could do it by ourselves, we would all be okay. So
Right.
that's
I
the
can't bring
difference.
nobody else up. I really wish I could, but for some reason we having a problem. And no internet service,
So
so it's a
Miss
lot of boxes. I
so
can't
Miss
bring nobody
Miss
up.
Bliss, let me ask you this.
Otherwise, I would. Everybody down there, I appreciate you being here. Y'all just listening, but I can't bring nobody up. I can screenshot you. It's showing I can't do it. I don't. But we just gonna continue to have a conversation until we tap out.
You
So I
been blocked,
appreciate
Miss
bro.
everybody being here to be with us, and big salute to you. But we've been going a while, and that's why they not letting me bring nobody up. But we gonna keep it going as long
Miss
as we can.
So they
Miss
limit
Ali
you, bro.
Bliss.
Yeah, they,
One,
ain't no telling why, but they
it's
just
all
not
right.
bring nobody up. I screenshotted it because I don't want nobody thinking I'm just not bringing them up. Go ahead.
The reason why I'm asking this question because in my mind, and you can tell, and please correct me. I want your opinion. I'm hungry for it. You can tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm looking at something wrong, or yeah, I could be right, but maybe I need to open up and looking at something else. So I'm open to what you got to say.
Okay.
I was thinking that maybe healing to begin to heal is being able to be humble, be able to say, to take accountability, to be able to apologize, to be able to say your, to be able to say I need help, to understand that you're not always right. You know what I'm saying? You can be wrong too. To start listening, not to just get back at what somebody's saying, but processing what they're saying. Like you said earlier, I think healing is also knowing that you don't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
That you can be a good leader. I mean, a good follower before you can be a good leader. I think you have to really get in a place where you are not perfect and understand that you make mistakes and that you need to be empathetic, sympathetic, and try to be an empath and start putting yourself in other people's shoes and try to understand where they're coming from and not be so quick to judge. Are these traits that I'm saying right now, are they the steps to start healing? Are they the beginning of taking a step forward to heal?
Absolutely. You just wrote a whole prescription. I'm saying you just that's yes, all of that. And it is so simple. It's very simple. That's why, I don't like to waste my time. I have like when certain people come to me and ask me for help with certain things, I ask them a few questions, and after they give me their answers, I know whether or not they really want help. And if I don't feel like they do, then I keep it moving.
Miss Ali, I went through 3 years of therapy. It started off as a joke. My last marriage, my business was going up and down, and then my business after she left, my business blew. But I realized when I was first doing it, I was doing it for her. But then I realized that I need to do it for me. So I went to anger management counseling. I went to listening counseling. I went to communication counseling. I went to financial counseling. I went through all this stuff trying to understand what I was doing wrong because I was losing people in my life that truly loved me. But when I started going through these counselings and started understanding the power of listening, the power of communicating, the power of being coached, the power of even I lead my company in biblical principles and understanding I'm not always right. That they have a voice too. Understand that never can stop trying to control the narrative or try to start understanding that what I'm saying that you just your tone and how you deliver your messages and how you want your messages received, but still at the same time being a full fledged masculine man. I
Hmm.
think a lot of us men have trouble with that. We don't sometimes we can be a little soft and sometimes we can be a little hard, but at the same time I want to know for me because I read so much and I look to grow. The host can tell you all the time I'm looking. I look at this thing as spiritual food, so when I'm asking you this, I want this for myself because I lead men, I lead women. I have employees that come to me with problems and hang-ups and things they're going through, and I want to be able to help them, and even if it's just through prayer. But no one talks about healing. What's the process of? They just say go heal, but they never give you anything to go do. So I came up with those things. So I want to run them past you to see if that was efficient.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And something you said stuck out in my mind just now when you said something about men and being able to feel certain type of ways or to what was it you said? Trying to think of the right word for it. Being able to, I guess, be vulnerable or to even speak on your feelings.
I had to go back. I had to go back, and I understood the power of being a man. I had to go back to that woman and apologize and let her know that it was my fault. And then, I mean, she had her own different things, but I had to realize that it was me. I wasn't being the man that I need to be in those situations. I wasn't setting the tone. My communication was not where it was supposed to be. I didn't make the money I need to make. I just did not. I was not a man in those situations. So I did have to go on a journey to understand what was what and be and get into a space where God could really do his thing with me. So
Hmm.
when I speak now, I speak out of love. I speak out of a person who has been transformed because I understand that if you do not have certain discernment and discipline in yourself, you cannot demand that from others. So I just want to know, just from talking to you, and the host know this, because I understand what he's trying to do, and he has a lot of wisdom. I just want to make sure that I'm moving correctly. I don't have to move fast. I just want to make sure that as a man's man, that I'm moving in the right direction I need to move, not just for me, but for my company and for my kids and my family.
With everything that you said, I mean, everything that you said is about healthiness. It's about growth. It's about becoming a better version of who you are, and not just for yourself, it's for other people. So you're absolutely where you're supposed to be, and you're doing the right thing. Everything that you're doing is right. It starts with self. It definitely starts with self, because a lot of people, a lot of people don't even participate in their own rescue. They're in the middle of the ocean, and you trying to throw them that little round thing. That little round thing you throw people when they're drowning.
Yeah, the little inner tube thing. I know you're talking about the
Yeah,
life raft. Little
right.
thing that
A lot of people don't participate in their own rescue, and not even from that that's drastic, but just from a day-to-day thing. Like I said, a lot of people don't acknowledge, like you had to acknowledge that you were part of the problem, and maybe not all of the problem. A
and
lot
I
of
had to learn how to forgive. I had to learn how to forgive,
Yeah.
and I had to learn how to just, as you get older, you got to understand as a man, you ain't got to fight every battle. Everything doesn't need an explanation
Hmm.
or whatever the case may be. I just had to learn a lot. So I'm hearing the young lady, Miss Karma. I'm hearing her, and and listening to her and everything. I applaud her for going on her journey, but it feels like how I felt too. It's like I don't want to get hurt no more. I don't want to put myself, my all into somebody, and I don't get a return on my investment. That might not be how she feels, but I think a lot of our people are afraid these days. They're afraid to putting their all into something that they're not getting any reciprocity back on, and it's tough because you're actually coming to the table to love and have good intentions, but the other person on the other side of the table might not have those intentions. And you know what I'm saying? Now you find yourself in a situation where it's not feasible for both of you, but you don't put your heart out there, you don't put your wisdom out there, your resources, and you can't get and your time, and you can't get that back, and it becomes a cycle. And next thing you know, you don't even want to try no more because you're tired of being going through the same old, same old, same old, same old.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. People that have those type of fears, they put the trust on the other person. They say, I don't know if that person's trustworthy, blah blah blah. That trust is not about. Let me see how I can put this. It's not that you don't trust other people. You actually just don't trust yourself. And the
I can
reason
buy
why
that. I
the
can
reason why
understand
you
that.
don't trust yourself is because everything that you chose in the past has always been the wrong choice. So instead of taking accountability for, I just don't choose the right people. Instead of saying
Right.
that, we put the mistrust on the other person as if they're out to get us, but they're not out to get us. We just don't make good choices. So we have to learn how to trust ourselves first to know that we're going to choose wisely. And nothing's guaranteed, even when you choose wisely, because we have no control over what other people do. But I'm
So
not.
basically, are you saying
I hope
that
that makes sense.
I kind of like, hey, host, you remember when DMX said you trust a snake to be a snake, or trust a snake to bite you, or trust certain things to do that? Are you saying, Miss Liz, that we're using the trust factor wrong? Are we giving trust too early, and where we should trust after that's earned? Because I always say that trust is earned every day. It's not something you get a one time policy and you just have it. You have to earn trust every day in how you move. Like you said something that was profound. I'm gonna use the word profound. You said
But now
something
let
that
MC
was
hear you say that.
you said profound, that you said that I'm a wife, and I'm a wife when I'm with my husband, and I'm a wife when I'm not with my husband. And you said you honor other men at the same time. That is profound. So what I'm saying to you is we using the trust wrong. So we use our trust in a different way. Are we doing wrong by making it, just giving it, or we should make people earn it? That way we know they understand and have it.
I'm saying that you have to trust yourself, that you're going to choose right. We, we don't have any control over somebody, over what other people are going to do.
Correct.
We don't. We only have to trust ourselves. And trusting yourself, number one, is that you're going to choose right. And trust yourself that you're not going to ignore red flags. And trust yourself that no matter,
Okay,
yes, ma'am.
can I jump in here real quick? I don't want to interrupt
It's
anybody,
already,
but
it's
I
already
would like
morning,
to.
Moses. Go ahead.
Uh,
Understood. Understood.
yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, host, I respect you. I'm following you, Miss Allie. I'm following you, Miss
Okay.
Allie. I got a request of you because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Navy vet and I work with a group of women who are Air Force,
Mm-hmm.
Army, the collective, and we are trying to get a group together to do like just a healing journey. And I feel that you would be a bonus to us. So I'm following you, and I want to get your
That's dope.
information.
I
Put it like that.
I
Because
have to be honest with you,
go
and
ahead,
I
go ahead.
appreciate you for considering me. But
Uh-huh.
because
Mm-hmm.
my based upon my experience, a lot of the okay women aren't
Mm-hmm.
ready, and I can't give. I have to give it in a different space at this point. And I hate, it hurts my heart to
That's
even
rough.
be in that position
I mean, the only reason why I'm asking because we're not just be okay women. We're literally female
of all
veterans
races.
of all races. Yes, mama. White, black, Asian, Puerto Rican, Filipino. I
Okay, all
there's no
right.
limit to us. And we need to have a safe and
Mhm.
healing space.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
And I feel that you can give
Okay,
that to
I
us.
appreciate that, and if that happens, I would also want to ask you to have a second person too that deals with people.
Yeah, whoever if you have somebody in mind to bring along with you, or you can recommend somebody for us, because we're literally
Right. And
trying
the reason why I
to
say
get this
someone,
together.
a second person, because being military women, there may be
Hmm.
issues with that are outside of what I do in terms of like
Right,
PTSD or things that are
right.
military related. Because I know people that
Mm.
work in this field that specifically work with people that are in the military because they can speak to their experiences based
Yeah, that's
upon
where I'm at right now.
things that may have affected you in the military that may not have affected a
Miss
like,
Miss Miss Karma.
Yeah, a general. I call them
right.
gym
It was
pop people.
another
We
word
we
they used
call
to
them
work
gym
use
pop
for
people.
though. Civilians.
Miss Karma.
Yes.
Miss Karma.
Civilian.
What was your last rank? I got out as a E6. What was you?
I am an aviation
AOC.
ordnanceman chief.
Okay. I
Yes,
was a
sir.
YN1 and I ended up being an
Iowa.
NC1 recruiter. Oh Lord, don't do
I
that.
have never been anybody.
You said this 5 minutes ago.
Bruh, you was literally a pimp.
Ouch.
Tanisha must have went to sleep on us.
Oh Lord.
Right? She over there in the corner, quiet as a church mouse. So, Mama, I will literally, I literally,
I'll follow you back.
I'm following you, and
Okay.
I'm a sidebar
No
you,
problem at all.
get
I
your
appreciate you.
information, and
Okay.
if we can do a collabo, because I love
Thank
your
you.
gentle touch, and I know a lot of us because I am literally right now 80%
Mm,
disabled
okay.
veteran
Okay.
PTSD.
Gotcha.
So the fact that your words and stuff did not trigger anything for me, I need
Okay.
you
And
in that
I
circle. How
appreciate
about
you.
that?
I appreciate you because you didn't try to fight with me. I appreciate it. From the time I came on, your spirit, your energy, that's probably why I focused in on a lot of what you said because I see so much.
Mhm.
And sometimes we don't.
Mhm.
Sometimes people see more in us than we see in ourselves. So we give you a little soft nudge.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you because most of us BLK women, we can't say nothing to each other without it being a fight. So I appreciate you, and I'm looking
Girl,
forward to
yes.
talking to you.
We gonna make this work. We gonna make this work. Due to the fact that I spent the last 4 months on here talking like, look,
Hmm.
I jump on panels and 95% of the females be like, she talk like a
Hmm.
dude.
I'm the
I call
same
you on
way.
your bullshit.
That's why I got ate up on
Let's
the
go.
in the comments today because something I said triggered somebody. They got mad at me about something that was the truth.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, mama. I am literally that female. I call bullshit bullshit. You call me on my bullshit, I will bow down and be like, all right, I can see, but that's just me.
Yeah,
I I don't like to lie because I will forget the lie that I told. How about that?
yeah, I got a bad memory when it comes to that.
Yeah, that's me. That is
Hmm.
literally me.
I get
But
you.
I'm gonna circle back. Literally me.
I get
But
you.
I'm gonna circle back.
It's okay. It was my pleasure.
And host, I thank you for having me. I respect you and follow you. And I am looking forward to the panel tomorrow.
Back again tonight. TikTok going crazy. Appreciate all the insight, everybody that's showing up. I appreciate everybody subscribing to the YouTube channel. Let's keep this thing going. We here. Follow us. Subscribe. We on every platform. I mean, what else you want me to say? Bigger play. Smoke something, yeah.
Pastors lying to the public, they ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, boot listed city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a Civic truck. It's a bigger play, a bigger play. Death before dishonor is the only way. Yeah, I tried to follow, but they led